Top of the morning to you folks. How we doing? It's Kelley, your certified holistic nutritionist, coming to you straight from the airways of Houston, Texas. How we doing this morning? Hope you're doing fantastic. You guys had a great night. We're gonna talk about something fun today, as we always talk about how to defeat type 2 diabetes. As we talk about every day, like how do you defeat this condition? It's the villain. How do you take the villain out? You gotta live with this for the rest of your life, or can the villain be defeated? Is the villain, because a lot of times this villain wins, type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, a lot of time it wins. But the question is, can you flip the script? Can you flip the script on it, or you just got to be like, once I got diabetes, like that's it. It's all downhill from here. I'm here to tell you today, we're going to break that myth. We're going to do some myth busting today, as we do every day. I'm known as the myth buster. I'm going to bust myths when it comes to defeating type 2 diabetes. All right. A lot of people say, hey, this thing is, you got to have it for the rest of your life. You got to take medication for the rest of your life. And that's it. Your A1C will never go down. It'll only go down if you use Mounjaro or Ozempic or metformin. This is kind of nonsense that we hear out here. That's not the case, though. It wasn't the metformin that caused you to become a diabetic. It wasn't the metformin that caused me to become a diabetic. When I had diabetes, heart disease, and obesity, it wasn't the metformin that caused me to get that. It wasn't metformin. It wasn't glipizide that caused me to be a diabetic. It wasn't Ozempic that caused me to be a diabetic. Yeah, you want to know what it was? Oh, yeah. It was the choices that I decided. There was the choices in my lifestyle that caused me to become a diabetic. How you doing, folks? It's Kelley, your certified holistic nutritionist, coming to you straight from the airways of Houston, Texas. How y'all doing this morning? Do me a favor, tap in with me and let me know where you're from. Today we're going to be talking about defeating the villain. And who the hell's the villain? Type 2 diabetes. If you're just coming in, question is diabetes reversible? Is it something that you got to have for the rest of your life? Is it a death sentence, as they say? Like once you get it, you got to have it for the rest of your life. Got to take glipizide, got to take metformin, got to take Ozempic. Okay. Is that what you got to do? Mounjaro? Is that what you got to do for the rest of your life? Or is there an alternative? Well, I'm here to tell you, folks, there is an alternative. And thanks for the follow. There is an alternative. And it's looking at you right in the face. And it's called you and your lifestyle. What stands in the way becomes the way. Diabetes is a very, very type 2 diabetes. Let me say that. Let me specify. It is a very, very reversible condition. Lowering your A1C is very, very easy to do if you know the right things to do. The right things to do is diabetes is a dietary and lifestyle driven condition. So if somebody ever told you like, hey, once you get type 2 diabetes, you got to have it for the rest of your life. If they tell you that, I want you to take off your gloves. You know how they did in like medieval times? They took off their gloves and they just smacked them in the face like, like don't ever say that again. Type 2 diabetes is not reversible. Tell them don't ever say that crap again, because that is not true. It is the easiest condition to get rid of. Type 2 diabetes is one of the easiest conditions to get rid of. It's easy to get. Not only is it easy to get, it is easy to get rid of. And that's what we're going to uncover today. It was all caused by your lifestyle. Like I said, it wasn't glipizide that caused you to become a diabetic. It was like when I got diagnosed with diabetes, it wasn't the glipizide that caused me to become a diabetic. It wasn't metformin that caused me to become a diabetic. It wasn't. You want to know what they gave me that after I got the diagnosis. Okay. That was offered to me after I got my diagnosis, but it wasn't that caused it. So you just gotta retrace your steps. That's what you gotta do. And then that's what we're gonna uncover today. We're gonna find out how to defeat this villain. Type 2 diabetes is a very, very reversible condition. Type 2 diabetes is very, very easy to get rid of. if you are willing to do the work. That's the caveat. Let me put it that way. If it's easy to get rid of, let me put the caveat. I'm gonna make sure I say this. It's easy to get rid of if, keyword is if in capital letters, if you are willing to do the work. It's called lifestyle medicine. Having a peaceful mind, having an active body, clean eating, effective sleep. These are the 4 areas that you got to get right. You get those 4 areas right, I promise you, your A1C will be. But if you don't, you try to avoid it. You try to avoid it by taking the glyphosides and the metformins and all these other stuff. You try to just cover it up. Yeah, you're going to be stuck with it. You will be stuck with it. You will be trapped by it. You will be trapped by diabetes. It's going to change your whole life. So let's get into it, folks. Let's see who's got questions. Tap in with me. Let me know where y'all from. Let's see where the folks are from. Let's see. Okay, we got some folks from Florida. Shout out to Florida, my home state. I'm in Texas now. Certified Holistic Nutritionist, straight out of Houston, Texas. Good morning. What's up, Tina? I went from a 12.2 and 8 to an 8.8 in the last month. Yeah. Diet, eat right, and stay on your meds. Well, the meds, it's, yeah. Okay, that's between you and your doctor. But if you change the meds are not what caused it. Right? It should always, here's what I believe. It should always be Mando, lifestyle first, medication second. See, I'm a holistic nutritionist. I don't go by the normal rules. I don't go by the normal rules. Just take your medication like the traditional stuff. Like, you're not going to get that out of me. So if you're looking for like traditional stuff and like just take your medications and be merry, this is probably not going to be the right live for you. I'm just going to keep it real because it's medications. It's lifestyle first, medication second. We cannot fix it with the diet and lifestyle. Okay, then we can talk about the medication. We can talk about some glyphosides and some metformins and all that stuff. That's how it works, man. I'm a holistic nutritionist. I'm not the traditional person to do, like I said, just take a bunch of meds and be married. That's not me. You're not gonna get that from me. Let's see. Do me a favor, folks, and bebop that screen. Double tap that screen, and share this live out with anybody that you know that is struggling with this condition: prediabetes, gestational diabetes, PCOS, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, borderline diabetes, erectile dysfunction, whatever. Send this. Do me a favor and forward this live out there to them. We're going to be here until 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, noon Eastern. That's how long we're going to be here. We're here each and every day, except for Sunday. We're here Monday through Saturday from 7:15 Central to 11 every day, almost 4 hours. Lowered mine with 0 medication by almost 10 points. How'd you do that, soul? How'd you do that? Right? Yeah, so that's it, folks. That's it. That's what we're going to uncover today. Number one thing we're going to uncover is, what is it? Who are we fighting? What is insulin resistance? What is type 2 diabetes? What is PCOS? What is all of that? What is insulin resistance? We're going to cover who we're fighting first. And then after we find out who we're fighting, we're going to figure out how to destroy it. Okay? I'm going to teach you how to destroy type 2 diabetes from your life so that it never rears its ugly head ever again in your life. But the only caveat is you're going to have to do the work. If you are willing to do the work, you can get rid of that condition. You are not trapped. You're not trapped by diabetes. You're not trapped by high A1C. You're not trapped by that. You're just loyal to your preferences. That's it is. That's all it is. You're not trapped. It's a very, very reversible condition. Like I said, very easy condition to get rid of. But those preferences, the comfort zone, that's what's holding you back. The second you can get outside of that, the second you can come and realize that, that is when true transformation begins. But until you realize that, it's just going to be medication, going to the doctor. Oh my gosh, neuropathy, losing the vision, all that stuff's going to happen. Because here's the thing. If you do not take charge of your lifestyle, if you do not become the boss of your lifestyle, Diabetes will become the boss of you. It's as simple as that. It's the simplest way to say it. If you do not become the boss of your lifestyle, having a peaceful mind, having an active body, clean eating, effective sleep, cutting out the alcohol. If you do not become the boss of your lifestyle, diabetes will become the boss of you. It will own you. You want diabetes to own you? It's probably already owning you. Like it owned me. You want to see how it owned me? Let me show you how it owned me. It'll own you. How do I know this? Like, how do you know this, Kelley? You're just talking a bunch of mumbo jumbo, bro. Talking about diabetes is type 2 diabetes is reversible. Who told you that, Kelley? Well, nobody told me. I took it upon myself to find out. Here it is. Look at this. Look at this. This was me. This is me before. Let me show over here. This is that before picture. Right? How do I know? How do I know that this is a very, very reversible condition? This is 2 weeks before this was 2 weeks. I took this picture 2 weeks before my own diagnosis of diabetes, heart disease, obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease. And you can tell I was obese. You can look at my stomach, bro. Look, if you do not become the boss of your lifestyle, diabetes will become the boss of you. I decided not to let diabetes become the boss of me. So in turn, instead, I became the boss of my lifestyle. And a year later, no more diabetes, no more heart disease, no more obesity, right? No more diabetes, no more heart disease, no more, look at that. No more diabetes, no more heart disease, no more obesity. It's type 2 diabetes, no more type 2 diabetes. So if anybody has ever told you that this condition is not reversible, they were messing with you. They were giving you a hard time. They were giving you a hard time. They were playing a cruel joke on you. Right? A very, very cruel joke. It's a very, very reversible condition. So let's get into it, folks. Yes, it's reversible. Yes, it's reversible. Let's see. Unicity? No. It's not that. We're talking about real stuff over here. Real practical stuff. Real practical stuff. Fasting? Sure. Oh, that's how you did it, by fasting. Got it. All right. Great. My A1C has actually gone up since taking meds because I have so many side effects from the meds. And the question is, user 8566, how do you feel about that? You okay with that? You cool with that? All right. If you're cool with that, then it's probably nothing I can say to you. But if you're not cool with it, then there is an alternative, just to let you know. Mine is teetering between 5.8 and 6.4. How do you feel about that, Elena? You cool with that? You know what I mean? Are you okay with that? Inquiring minds would like to know. I just found out I'm pre-diabetic. It came in at 5.7. Yeah, I work out 6 days a week, but I'm addicted to sugar. Yeah, that could be a problem. Okay, being addicted to sugar could be the problem. Okay, I don't know for sure, but it could be the problem. After 25 years, I definitely need help. I want to be off everything. The question is how much? Like, it doesn't matter how long you've had diabetes. You had it 5 years, 25 years. If you say to the point where I've had diabetes for 25 years, it doesn't matter how long you've had it. You take charge of your lifestyle. Peaceful mind, active. It's a formula. Having a peaceful mind, active body, clean eating, effective sleep, which I'm going to go over the formula, the details of the formula. You take advantage of if you change your lifestyle, something's got to change. You're going to have to get outside of your comfort zone. If you do that, you can get rid of that thing super, super quick. Super quick. Hang out with your boy. I got you. Will your plan stop the sugar cravings? It will. My plan will stop the sugar cravings. My 2-week challenge, after about 6 or 7 days, you're going to notice that the cravings will start to go away, right? On my 14-day challenge, yes, it will stop the sugar cravings. In the beginning, it's going to suck. I ain't going to lie. It's going to suck for like 3, 4 days. You're going to be like, ah. But once your body adjusts, the cravings will start to go away. And the next thing you know, the cravings will be a thing of the past. It happens all the time. It's like clockwork. It's how your body works. I'm type 2. How do I reverse it? That's what we're going to talk about. First thing is we're going to cover what is it? And then the second thing we're going to cover is how to get rid of it. Right? How to get rid of it. Have you heard of Obesity Action Coalition? No, I've never heard of them. What do they talk? I guess they talk about taking action against obesity. Yeah, I don't. I've never heard of them, but it sounds like a good cause. Yes, it is reversible. My A1C is a 13.4. Now it's a 4.3. 4.3. Wow. From taking blood sugar pills off TikTok. Whoa. I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that one. The question is, I don't know about that, man. It's yeah. No, because my family is diabetic and I've fought for years to keep it low. So if you want to bring it down. Listen, there's people who are doing my 14-day blood sugar reset challenge and they're taking their A1C from an 8 to a 6 in 2 weeks. The doctor took them off their medication. Like I didn't take them off their medication. I can't take them off their medication. The doctor did. I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell people about their take people off their medication. But I am a nutritionist. I can tell you how to change your nutrition. And as a result of you changing your nutrition, guess what's going to happen? Your blood sugar is going to go down. Your A1C is going to go down in as little as 2 weeks. You're like, well, how can it go down in 2 weeks, Kelley? Isn't it a 3-month thing? It's 3 months, Kelley. That's bogus. You can't lower your A1C in 2 weeks. So when people tell me that, I say, you know what? You have no idea how the body works, do you? All right. You have no idea. Because every single day your body is regenerating new hemoglobin. And every day if you don't you don't have sugar on that new hemoglobin, that number, that 2 weeks of no sugar will contribute to the entire 3-month process. So as a result, your A1C will be lower and as little as 2 weeks if you're doing the right thing. So that's what we're going to talk about. What is diabetes and then how to fix it. That's it. How much does it cost? Well, the challenge is there's a lot of freebies. Go get the freebies first. Go get the quiz. Go get the master class. It's not expensive at all. It's very, very affordable. The 14-day challenge. But you got the quiz on there. Go get the free stuff first. Go get the quiz. There's a 2-minute quiz that you can take. Linked in my bio. There is a master class, a 45-minute master class, absolutely free, folks. And then there's a PDF, absolutely free. All you got to do is pay attention. But the challenge is the only thing I got to charge you for because there's real people getting real results. People are like freaking getting off their meds. The doctors are taking them off their meds in as little as 2 weeks. These are not false claims that I'm telling you. These are real people. They come on and tell their stories. Right? So we're going to get up on the board, folks, and we're going to start talking about all things A1C. So, but before we do that, bebop that screen, double tap that screen, folks, and share this live out with anybody that you know that is struggling with this condition, pre-diabetes, gestational diabetes. And also do me a favor, put the words A1C in the chat because we're going to talk A1C right now, right? I signed up for the 14-day challenge, but I'm not sure how to use it. Is that in order to which I eat? If you sign up for the 14-day challenge, did you check your email? We sent you a text message. You should have gotten everything that you needed in the text message that says, hey, log into your portal, and then that's where everything is. You've got a portal, so go check your email, and that is going to give you everything that you need. Everything is there. So, Jackie, so go check your portal, right? Log in, check your portal, and reset your password, and log in, right? Yeah, it's all there. The meals, everything there. It's all in the 14-day challenge. Everything's all laid out for you. The meals are laid out for you. The order and everything is all laid out for you. The order in which to eat your food. All you got to do is show up and do the work. All right. Yeah, if you go to the portal, you look on the very first one. It says, "Welcome to your 14-day blood sugar reset challenge." Jackie, yeah, that's the one. Welcome to your 14-day. I think I sent you some emails too. You didn't reply back to those emails, but yeah, text messages and all that stuff. So we got you. If you're still having trouble, we got you, but it's all there. A1C. Do me a favor, folks. Put the word A1C in the chat. Put A1C in the chat. We're going to talk all things A1C. If your A1C is a little bit too high, and then I'm going to tell you how to bring that A1C down. Right? So throw that A1C in the chat. I don't know, Jackie. We'll have to check it. Send us one offline. We'll send us a. I'll look you up in my system. I'll give you a call. I'm gonna give you a call right afterwards, and we'll walk you through it. Maybe put the wrong email address in or something. But we'll check it out. We'll get you right. Don't worry. Did you get the text message? Did you get a text message? You should have gotten a text message and everything, Jackie. But yeah, A1C. A1C. Throw it in the chat. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's talk about all things A1C, folks. All things A1C. Let's see. We're going to go to the board right now. When we go to the board, man, we're going to lift this thing up. We're getting ready to go to the board. Class is in session. Class is in session. Let's see here. Here we go. We're getting ready to get busy right now. It's class time. Class is in session. Here we go. My A1C is a 6.4. Here we go. We're going to talk about A1C. First thing is, what the hell is an A1C, and then how do you fix it? How do you fix it? A1C. Before we do that, folks, here's where all the goodies are. Like I told you before, I want you to go take this quiz right here. Go take the quiz. It's right here. Here it is. Go take that quiz, folks. It is a 2-minute quiz. Not that one. Here we go. Right here. It's a 2-minute quiz that you can take to go and understand and learn your diabetes management style. All right. So, are you doing a great job of managing condition, or you're doing a terrible job managing the condition? That is what this quiz is going to tell you. This link, folks, is like Disney World. Before we get to the board, this link is like Disney World, man. Everything the quiz, the master class, that's all free stuff. The PDF, that's all free stuff. And then you start getting into the challenge, and then beyond the challenge, right? 8 weeks beyond the challenge, 10 weeks altogether. But yeah, go check that out, folks. A lot of goodies in that. It's a lot of grab and go free stuff in there for diabetes, type 2 diabetes in particular. Okay, A1C, hemoglobin A1C. What the heck is it? Hemoglobin and then A1C. Folks, who's ever going to the doctor and they say, listen, man, you're anemic, you've got low iron, you're anemic and you got low iron. Has anybody ever gone to the doctor and they've experienced that before? Has their doctor ever told them that? Put me in the chat if you've ever experienced having low iron, anemic, doctor's like, yo, stuff's pretty low. Okay. Put a me. Okay, got some me's. Two parts, folks. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Hemoglobin A1C. If it's high, and then we're gonna tell you how to bring it down. So it's 2 parts. So stick around with me for a little while. All right, don't get impatient. You're gonna be like, Kelley, well, how do you fix it? Right, you're gonna have to do some work. That's how you fix it. But hemoglobin A1C, and I'm gonna tell you what that work is. The word hemo means iron and oxygen. Iron and oxygen. So what do you mean iron and oxygen? Iron and oxygen-rich blood, that's what I mean. Every time you breathe, basically. It's literally the air that you breathe. Iron and oxygen. The word hemo, that's what it means. The word globin means protein. So iron and oxygen been carried through every cell of your body by a protein. This is what hemoglobin is. It's very, very important stuff. It's so important that it's literally every breath is very important. Is it just me, or is breath, is the air that you breathe, the oxygen that you breathe, is it important? Yeah, it's very important. It's why whenever you are diagnosed as being anemic or having low iron, it's why you're always tired. Why you're always tired. All right? You're always tired because you don't have enough oxygen-rich blood coursing through every cell of your body. Literally, this stuff goes to every cell of your body. It's so important, folks. Oxygen-rich blood. Here it is. You ever tried to hold your breath? See how long you can hold your breath. Okay, not very long. Why? It's because you don't have enough oxygen-rich blood flowing through. So you got to breathe. Okay. This stuff is so important in hemoglobin that if it gets too low, here's what the doctors will do. The doctors will actually give you a blood transfusion because it's so low. Because that's how important the stuff is. Okay. Now, the word A1C is how much sugar has actually been stuck to your hemoglobin. What did we say hemoglobin was? Oh, yeah. Basically, that's the oxygen that you breathe. Oxygen-rich blood, hemoglobin. So how much sugar was stuck to it over the past 3 months? Like, what you mean stuck, Kelley? Well, stuck. You know how sticky sugar is? It's very, very sticky. It's very, very nasty. You get it on your finger, you get it on your hands. You just want to go wash your hands because your hands are sticky. Don't let it get wet and with the sugar, it's just nasty. Okay, imagine all of that sugar being stuck to your hemoglobin. That's what the hemoglobin A1C is. It's how much sugar was actually stuck to your hemoglobin. Basically, another way of looking at it is how much sugar is draining the life out of you, basically sucking the life out of you, suffocating your oxygen. That's another way of looking at it. Okay, so that's what an A1C is. It's how much sugar is stuck to it. It's kind of like if you jumped into a big pool of a Coca-Cola. Imagine just jumping into a big pool of Coca-Cola and getting out how sticky you'd be. You'd be real sticky. That's what's happening to every cell of your body. Just think about every cell of your body has sticky stuff, has Coca-Cola stuck to it. Doesn't sound like a good thing, does it? That's because it's not. The higher the number is. That number goes anywhere between 4 and 30. Now, we all have sugars. We all have sugar that's attached to our hemoglobin. It just depends on how much is it. How much is the problem? It's not that it's sugar. Everybody has sugar on their hemoglobin, on their cells. But again, the problem begins when you get too much of it. And here's what I mean by that. 4 to 30. That is what your hemoglobin can go from. Your A1C, 4 to 30. It can go lower than 4 in some cases, and it can even go higher than 30 in some cases, right? In extreme cases. So lower than 4, higher than 30 in extreme cases. You're like, well, what the hell does that mean? Well, it's a percent. It's a percent of sugar that is stuck to your hemoglobin. How much sugar do you have stuck to your oxygen, to your oxygen-rich blood cells? That's damaging it. It's called oxidation. It's called glycation. Kind of like if you take, what do you mean oxidation, glycation? It's kind of like if you took a pipe. A nice fresh pipe, a round pipe. You look like, ooh, look at that pipe. They built that pipe. Look at that pipe. It's nice and clean and all that stuff. But as the years go by, that pipe will start to get real, real rusty. Very, very rusty. That's all because of the oxidation. Oxidative stress. That's the same thing that's happening to your hemoglobin. Basically, you're rusting on the inside. The higher the number is, the faster you're aging. 4 to 30. Who can tell me what happens when you go to the doctor? Like, yo, doc, I'm going in for my checkup, doc. They pull your blood, you know what I mean? They give you a call back and they look at your results and they come back. Your results from your hemoglobin A1C comes back between a 5.7 and a 6.4. What exactly does that mean, folks? Who can tell me what it means when you go to the doctor and they pull your labs and they come back and you're like, yo, your A1C is a 5.7, 6.4. What the heck does that mean? Who can tell me what it means? Put it in the chat if you know what it means when your hemoglobin A1C is a 5.7 to a 6.4. I said diabetic, normal. Wow, normal. That's different. Melissa, that means it's okay, really. Okay. healthy. Wow, okay. Pre-diabetic, this is first. Pre-diabetic, low iron, okay, average impaired glucose, pre-diabetes. Yes. Terry, good one. I know you always ask about 6.1, Terry. So you know now where it is. I know you ask that every day. Like 6.1, where is it? You know where it is now. Mine is the 7.9, pre-diabetes. Yep, pre-diabetes. Pre-diabetes. Somebody said normal. This is the furthest thing from normal. All right, furthest thing from normal. When your numbers are 5.7 to 6.4. We're going to talk about what the normal number is. But what does that mean though? That still doesn't tell, it's still not telling me a lot, Kelley. Why should I care about my number being a 5.7 to a 6.4? That means absolutely jack nothing to me, man. Like, so what? My numbers are 5.7 to 6.4. So what? What does that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean to be a pre-diabetic? Well, here's what it means to be a pre-diabetic. It means that you're already sick. It just means that it hasn't gotten bad yet. It means your sickness hasn't gotten bad yet. You're like, Kelley, that's a bogus, man. If I'm a pre-diabetic, it means I'm sick. Yeah, it does. It really does. Here's why. Who can tell me what the most important hormone is in your body? Right? Can you tell me what the most important hormone is in the body? There's a lot of important hormones. There's testosterone, estrogen, cortisol, dopamine, insulin, glucagon, reproductive hormones, the thyroid hormones. There's like all different kind of hormones. Like, which one is the most important hormone in the body? You got serotonin, you got all melatonin, all different types. Which one is the most important though? If you had to like put them in a hierarchy, like like when you play spades, you know what the biggest card is in spade? The Joker. What's the Joker of hormones? Let's see. People said cortisol, insulin. Let's see, insulin, cortisol. That also means you have to watch out for sweets because you means you get diabetes. All right. Any more guesses on what the most important hormone is in your body? I don't know. Any other guesses? We got cortisol and we got insulin. Those are the only two choices we got right now. Any other choices? Like I said, we got testosterone, we got cortisol. Somebody said cortisol already. All right, insulin. Insulin seems to be the one that's winning today. Okay, insulin. Yeah, that's it. Estrogen, somebody said. Okay. Insulin is the most important hormone in your body. What does it mean to be a pre-diabetic? Like I said, it means that you're already sick. Well, why do you say that? Well, because insulin is the most important hormone in the body. And this number, this A1C number, is an indicator of how insulin resistant you have become. Or you are becoming. You're becoming. Okay? With insulin being the most important hormone in the body, how do I know it's the most important hormone in the body? Just ask a type 1 diabetic how long they can go without their insulin. And the answer is going to be not very long. Not very long at all. Not very long at all. Why? Because you cannot survive without insulin. You can survive without those other hormones. You can survive without estrogen and testosterone and all cortisol. Like, your life's gonna suck. Like, you're gonna have your quality of life's gonna be terrible if you don't have those other hormones. But you'll still be alive. Is the point? You'll still be around. But if you don't have insulin in your body, you won't be around. Because that's how important it is. That is why type 1 diabetics have to inject insulin for the rest of their life. That's why it's called insulin dependent. So pre-diabetes means that you're already sick. It just hasn't gotten bad yet. It means that you're becoming resistant to the most important hormone in the body. Now, I don't know about you, okay? I don't know you. But if somebody tells me this is the most important hormone in the body, and this number is an indicator of pre-diabetes number and that how insulin resistant I am becoming, do you not think that that is a problem? Do you think that's something that you should probably just sweep under the rug? Okay, I'm just a pre-diabetic. I'm sweeping under the rug. Is that something you should sweep under the rug? I don't think so. Okay. Most important hormone in the body. You should not sweep that under the rug. You should not take pre-diabetes for granted. You should not just say it's just pre-diabetes. No. It means you're already sick, bro. It just hasn't gotten real bad yet. Who can tell me what it means when your A1C is a 6.5 or higher? Starts going higher than 6. It starts going 6.5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, who can tell me what that means? Thank you, Ash. Who can tell me what that means? Yeah, 19 is serious. All right, diabetic, type 1, type diabetes, okay. I'm going to tell you what this number is, folks, and I'm going to tell you the only way that you're going to get rid of this thing. Only way. That's next. Okay. What does it mean, folks? 6.5 or higher, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What does it mean? Somebody said type 1, okay. Diabetes. Any other guesses on what it means? Okay, not too many guesses today. I don't know if anybody just say, yeah, listen, bro, I don't want to talk about what that number means. Okay, today it's okay. It's Friday. You want to, Kelly? I want to enjoy my weekend. I don't want to know about what no diabetes, bro. Big trouble. There it is. Diabetes. Big trouble. Big trouble. I said already that pre-diabetes means that you're already insulin resistant. It just hasn't gotten bad yet. You're already resistant to the most important hormone in the body. But this, on the other hand, 6.5 or higher means now you're 7, now you're getting 8s, the 9s, the 10s, the 11s, the 12s, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now it's getting serious. Now your body cannot take the energy from the food that you just ate and put it into the cells. Your body cannot use energy properly. So as a result, if your body can't use energy properly, why can't it use energy properly? It's because it's become resistant to, it's become insulin resistant. Why? It's because it's too much of it all the time. You give me too much blood sugar all the time. You're eating too much Ho-Ho Twinkies. You're eating too many Ding Dongs. You're stressed out all the time. You're not moving your body. So as a result, you're not sleeping well. So as a result, your blood sugar is high. So where blood sugar goes, insulin follows. So that's what diabetes means, folks. In simple terms, diabetes means, type 2 diabetes means this. It means that your body cannot process energy correctly. It means that your metabolism is jacked up. Metabolism is another way of saying, how does your body process energy? It's destroyed. So diabetes, that's what diabetes is. You become resistant to the most important hormone in the body. It goes from the insulin goes from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Insulin touches every single thing. It is the master hormone. And if it's messed up, everything else in your body is messed up. All the other conditions, that's how you get all the other conditions, heart disease, or arthritis, all of that stuff is related to insulin resistance. So this is what it means to be a diabetic, folks. Diabetes is the most serious condition that there is. There is a lot of serious conditions, but diabetes being, I don't want to say it's the most serious, but it's one of them. I'm gonna put it in the top 3. Okay, we'll put it in the top 3 conditions. Insulin resistance, because you don't understand the gravity of what's happening. The higher the number is, the more sugar you have stuck to your hemoglobin. Remember what we said hemoglobin was earlier? Oh, yeah. It's only the oxygen that you breathe. That's what hemoglobin is. Oxygen-rich blood cells. Needs to go to every cell of your body. And what's responsible for getting it there? Oh, yeah, insulin. Insulin is responsible for getting all of that stuff there. It's insulin. So when you got too much sugar that's stuck to your hemoglobin, guess what that is literally doing? It is literally, and this is the easiest way to say it, it is literally choking the life out of you. Literally, the higher the sugar is, the higher your A1C is, the faster you can expect to leave this planet. The faster you can expect to be, the faster you have a date with the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper, like, yo, your A1C's at a 15, the Grim Reaper's like, yo, what's up? I'm around the corner. I ain't far. Oh, this is what it means when you have a high hemoglobin A1C. Again, it's why people leave here too soon. Now, you can play around with it and say, Kelley, yeah, okay, sure, Kelley. I'm going to still stay in my comfort zone. I'm going to still take all my medications. Okay, you can do that. That's your choice. But I'm going to tell you here, I'm going to tell you this. Diabetes does not give a damn who you are. You might be some big shot in this and that and whatever. You may think that you're a big shot, but you come against diabetes, you're going to lose. You're not going to win. Okay? So you're going to do something about it. And I'm going to tell you how to get your number. Here's where you want your number. Ideally, you want your numbers 4.9, 5.3. That is the ideal range where you want your number. You don't want your number at a 7, 8, 9, 10, because the higher the number is, the faster you've got a date with the Grim Reaper. That's just the simplest way I can say it. I'm just going to be straight up 100% honest with you. That is what it means. Because it's literally choking the life, the sugar is choking the life out of you. It's why my sister passed away at the age of 55 years old 2 years ago in her sleep, 55 years old, due to complications from these numbers right here. From having her hemoglobin A1C was too high for too long. And as a result, my big sister is no longer here. I told you, the higher your number is, the faster you've got a date with the Grim Reaper. The second you realize that, I can tell you this, but you have to be the one that realizes and say, look in the mirror and be like, yeah, it's time for me to change. Like, my comfort zone is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. I love being comfortable. I love watching as much Netflix as I want. I love eating whatever I want. You can stay comfortable. But I'm telling you, diabetes doesn't care who you are. It doesn't. It will take you out of here quick, fast, and in a hurry. So if this is making sense to y'all, folks, I want y'all to put a healthy yes in the chat. I'm going to tell you how to fix it right now. But I just want to make sure that it's clear to you what you're facing, who the enemy is. Now, people are still going to take it for granted. Like, Kelley, I don't care what my number could be at an 80. I don't care. Okay? My A1C could be at an 85. I don't give a damn. I'm going to still eat whatever I want, whenever I want, however I want. I don't care nothing about meeting no Grim Reaper. I care more about these ding-dongs. Right? What's a good number in the morning? Below 100. Anything below 100 is great. All right, health, yes. Kelley, thank you. You're good. Thank you. You're good. No, I'm not good. You're good. Okay? Amputation, yeah, your eyes, yeah, kidneys, yeah, all of that. Health, yes. Let me see if this is making sense. How do you get rid of the sugar in the blood? We're going to talk about that's next. Stick around. That's next. It's the one thing, I'm going to tell you how to get rid of it, but it's the one thing that most people aren't going to do. The one thing that people are going to say, you know what, Kelley, that was all great what you were saying, but I'm not doing that. I hear it all the time. Trust me, I hear it all the time. I hear it every day. I work in diabetes, so I hear it every day. This is what people say. I'm not going to do that, Kelley. Why did the doctor say I have to get it down to level 7? Why do you have to get it down to level 7? Where is it right now? That's a good starting point. 7. You want to get it below 7, trust me. You want to get it below a 5 points. You want to get it below 5.7. You want to get it to this ideal range of 4.9 to 5.3. 7 is you're still in the danger zone. All right, the 7 means you still got a lot more work to do. That's why. I don't know why they told you that. I know why, but yeah. Appreciate that. Sorry for your loss. Appreciate that. What is a low A1C? What's too low, right? And we talk about anything below 4. And when you start getting like, 4.5 and 4.3 and like that's low, man. Like it doesn't need to be that low. You know what I mean? Ideally, you want it 4.9 to 5.3-ish. Thank you, Eric, saying that. Health, yes. What number is a good morning glucose? Under 100, yeah. That's the craving. Yeah, health, yes. They be seeing the depth. Sure, yeah. I appreciate you, no doubt, Grandma. Thank you, Kelley. You're quite welcome. Here we go, folks. You're quite welcome. That's making sense. We're gonna talk about how to fix it right now. But before we do that, I want y'all to go click this link in my bio. Click this link in my bio. Right here it is. You click this link right here. Not that one. You click this one. Here it is. There's a quiz. Go take that quiz, folks. It's a 2-minute quiz that you can take to understand and learn your diabetes management style. Are you doing a great job managing this condition? Are you taking this number? This quiz, this is why a lot of people will refuse to take my quiz. It's because they don't want to come to grips with reality. The quiz is going to tell you if you've been doing a great job managing this number or if you've been taking it for granted. It's going to either reveal you or it's going to expose you. This is why a lot of people are like, Kelley, thanks for the offer, but I am not taking that quiz, bro. No way, no how. There's a quiz right there, 2-minute quiz. It's your choice to take it if you want. But it's absolutely free. And then the master class. We're coming up with the master class right now. How to defeat this thing. How to defeat this thing using the power of just your lifestyle. That's how you defeat. That's how you defeat the number, folks. That's how you bring the number back down. That's how I did it. That's how I did it. And then that's how you're going to do it. Through the power of your lifestyle. It's how I did it. It's how you're going to do it. Through the power of your lifestyle. What is the fix, Kelley? There is no quick fix. There is no, I can just take this medication and I'm good. No, you're not good. My sister took a lot of medication and she still left here at the age of 55 years old. Took a lot of medication for me. She had diabetes for like 20 years or something. Okay? My mom took a bunch of medication. She passed away at the age of 67, 5 or 6 years ago. Bunch of medication. Passed away due to insulin resistance as well, metabolic syndrome, heart disease. That's what she passed away from. So that it doesn't, insulin resistance doesn't care who you are. Doesn't. So folks, take the quiz, take the master class. Master class absolutely free. Well, I'm gonna break down this formula, but then there's a PDF right here. But then this is for my real action takers. This one right here is the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. This one, folks, is for people who have said, listen, enough is enough, and I'm ready to take action. Enough is enough. I've had insulin resistance for too long, and it's really causing me hell. I really want to get off of these meds. That's me. If you say that's you, if you raise your hand and say, yeah, that's me, Kelley. That's me. I want to get off of these meds. I want to get my life back. I want to do all this stuff. That's me. If that's you, then you should join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. If that's you, but only if that's you, though. If your blood sugar is too high and you say, I'm on the roller coaster and I want to get off of it, if that's you, then you should join this challenge. 14 days. This is what we're doing and doing incredible things in this challenge. If that's you, Leticia, if that's you, you should join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. All right. It's $99 to join the challenge. Everything's free. The quiz is free. The masterclass is free. The PDF is free. It's $99 to join that challenge. But while I'm live, the live discount code is SHOWER. You're joining the challenge for $79. $79, what are you getting? You're getting a blueprint that says, if you follow this blueprint, we're just talking about nutrition. That's all we're doing. Let me close this window. We're just doing nutrition. That's all we're doing. For 14 days, I'm going to streamline your nutrition, teach you how to do the same stuff that I did. I'm a nutritionist. Not only am I a nutritionist, holistic nutrition, not only that, I've been where you are. Okay? I know what it feels like to have a high A1C. I know what it feels like not to be able to tie your shoe. Like right now, like if I wanted to tie my shoe right now, boom, I can tie my shoe easily. But on that other picture, there wasn't no tie. When I was this guy, do you think I can tie my shoe easily? Look, that's the reason I had my hands there. It's because my belly was so big. I couldn't it was a struggle to tie my freaking shoe. If you're suffering from the same stuff that I suffer from, insulin resistance, diabetes, the blood sugar roller coaster, the weight, all of that stuff, if that's you, then you should join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Use that discount code SHOWER. You join that challenge for $79. That is a live discount code. It's SHOWER, folks. So that's it. That's what we got. Many people have joined this challenge though. Many people, how do you get there? You get there by clicking right up here. You click right up here. Follow along with me. I got you. Click right up here. And then click on my picture again. You got it? You should be able to still hear me now. Click right here. Click on my picture again. You should still be able to hear me. All right, you can hear me, and here it is right here. If you're a diabetic and it's going to come right here. Boom, right there. You click that link, and there it is. It's like Disney World for diabetic folks. That's why I'm pointing in the right direction. If you have insulin resistance, diabetes, all that stuff, pre-diabetes, PCOS, it's going to be Disney World for you, man. I grew up in Disney. I know what I auditioned. Here's the thing. I auditioned to be Mickey when I was a kid. When I was in high school, I auditioned to be Mickey Mouse. But it turned out I was too damn tall, a quarter inch. I'm only 5'2", and I was a quarter inch too tall. So they take their height requirements for Mickey very, very seriously. They don't want Mickey freaking towering over the kids, being intimidating to the kids. So here's where all the stuff is. The quiz, masterclass, it's all free stuff. And the PDF, and then the challenge right here. And then for my people who are ready to go beyond the challenge, right? Beyond the challenge is the new thing that just came out yesterday. This is for people who went through the 14 days and they got amazing results, but they want to keep the transformation. They want to totally transform now, right? The challenge is step number 1. This is step forever. It's 8 weeks. You hang out with me for 8 more weeks. I'll be your coach. And then we're going to get the weight off of you. We're going to bring the blood sugar down. We're going to get you to the point where you're a totally different person. It's a total transformation. Just like I did. Total transformation. Total transformation. That's what we're doing. Let me see. Let me see if we got any questions. What happened when it's too low? All right, now we're gonna get to how to fix it. I was just told Tuesday minus 6.4. God let me hear. I'm listening, no doubt. That's me. So sorry for your loss. Thank you. You're on the right track. Our bodies can fight if we feed it right. Yeah, if you feed it right, your body can beat the hell out of diabetes. It will beat it down. I'm pressing the picture and I can't see it. You press here, click right up here, and then you click on my face again. So click right here, and then click on my face. You'll see my face is like somewhere around here. You'll be able to see it, but you got to click my face again, and you'll see it. How do I take the quiz if it's based on type 2 diabetes? Questions don't pertain to pre-diabetes. It's the same thing. Remember when you paid attention earlier? Pre-diabetes is let's kill this myth with pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes. Pre-diabetes is the same thing as type 2 diabetes. It's the same exact thing. It just means that it hasn't gotten bad yet. That's all it means. That's all it means. That's all pre-diabetes is. So yes, go take the quiz. It's pre-diabetes. Say the same thing. It's insulin resistance. Doesn't really matter. So let's get to it, folks. Let's get back to it. You want to join that challenge, use that discount code SHOWER, like somebody just did. Shout out to them. Shout out to them for joining that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, because they are serious about change. Check your email. You should be getting some text messages and all types of stuff coming from me right now. So check all of that stuff. Well, congratulations for taking the first step. Here we go. Now let's talk about, folks, how to fix this thing. How to fix this thing. How to bring it down to the ideal range. This is what everybody wants to know. This is what everybody wants to know. I'm going to put it over here. 4.9, 5.3. That's the goal. That's going to be the goal. But the question is, how do we get it there? Now, this is where most people are probably going to drop off of this live. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Okay? Where most people are probably going to drop off. Shout out to them. Shout out to you for joining the challenge. Somebody else is joining the challenge. Shout out to you. Because this is where it gets real. How do you bring your A1C to the normal range? It's called maintain. It's called work you're going to have to do. Maintain. I'm not spelling maintain right. Your pace. Maintain your pace. Now, what the hell is that, Kelley? Well, it's called lifestyle medicine. Diabetes was not caused by metformin. Metformin didn't cause it. Okay, glipizide didn't cause it. Steroids probably could have, but glipizide did it. Metformin did it. Okay, Ozempic didn't cause it. They give you that stuff after you get diagnosed, don't they? Yes or no? Don't they give you all of the glipizide and all that metformin? They give it to you after you get diagnosed, don't they? So what does that tell you? That should tell you it wasn't the cause then. Okay? It wasn't the cause. Here's the cause. It's the lack of maintaining your pace. Having a peaceful mind, active body, clean eating, effective sleep. Now, I can't prescribe you these meds. The doctor can't prescribe you these meds. Your family members can't prescribe you these meds. The only person that can prescribe you these meds is you. For real. You can go to your doctor and be like, yo, doc, can you prescribe me lifestyle medicine, man? Your doctor's going to be like, what? Lifestyle medicine? Man, go take this metformin. That's what they're going to say. Man, go take this glipizide. Come here talking about lifestyle medicine. But that's the thing, folks. It should always be lifestyle first, medication second. People always ask me, Kelley, man, how did you get rid of diabetes, man? I thought that once you get it for the rest of your life. And I'm like, who told you that? That's crazy. That's not right. Type 1 diabetes, yeah. But type 2 diabetes was caused by your lifestyle. It is a dietary and lifestyle-driven condition. So if it was the diet and lifestyle that caused the condition, it is the very same diet and the very same lifestyle that can get you out of it. People ask me all the time, what did I take? Well, here's what I took. Again, this is what most people drop off of it. You're going to see these numbers start to drop. But I tell you what you got to do. First part of the formula that if you ever wanted to get your number, if you ever had dreams of getting your number back to here, 4.9 to 5.3, that's where you want your number. You're going to have to maintain your pace. The first part of the formula, of the lifestyle medicine formula, is having a peaceful mind. Having a peaceful mind. Yeah. Because cortisol is a great equalizer. Cortisol will set you all the way back. You're like, how does cortisol set me all the way back? Well, it sets you back like this. It sets you back because, let me see, I think I lost my other screen over here. Oh, here we go. We're good. We're back. Cortisol sets you back because it causes your body to go into fight or flight mode. If you don't know what fight or flight mode is, it means you ever in the woods and you run up on a lion, or you run up on a tiger, you run up on a bear, lions and tigers and bears, oh my, you run up on a lion or a tiger, cortisol is going to kick in, adrenaline is going to kick in. And it's going to cause you to go to fight or flight. Basically, it puts more blood sugar into your body, into your cells. So why do you need more blood sugar? Because you need more energy to be able to fight the bear, to fight the lion, to fight the tiger. It's called fight or flight. It's a response. But here's the thing. Once you finish fighting the bear, once this threat is over with, now it's supposed to go down. The stress, the cortisol is supposed to go down, but it doesn't. If you're chronically stressed, it won't go down. So here's what happens. Adrenaline gets released. Thank you. Cortisol gets released. And as a result of those getting released, the next thing that gets released is stored blood sugar from your liver. Your liver says, let's release stored blood sugar so that this person can go beat the heck out of the lion. Give them energy. And here's the thing. Where blood sugar goes, insulin follows. Where blood sugar goes, insulin follows. So stress is a major killer, folks. It'll set you all the way back. So you got to figure out a way to manage your stress. Here's the thing you got to know about stress, though. Once you learn that you cannot control anything that's going on the outside, you can't control any of that. You can't control the weather. You can't control your kids. You can't control the crowd. Like I referee basketball. Basketball season is getting ready to start. And when the crowd is going crazy and they're yelling at me and they're like, ref, you suck. You've heard it. You've probably been one of those fans that say, ref, you suck, dude. That can be a stressful environment if you let it be. If you don't have a peaceful mind, it can be a very stressful environment. But I know that I can't control the crowd. They can say whatever they want. That's not going to stop me from calling the whistle. Foul. So having a peaceful mind is very, very important. What do I recommend? I recommend the 3 M's. Here are the 3 M's. It's called meditation, mindfulness, meet with your therapist. Those are the 3 M's. Meditation, mindfulness, and meet with your therapist. You master those 3 areas of the 3 M's, peaceful mind, right? So that's the first part of the formula. Stress, very, very important. Let's get that under control because it will make your blood sugar go crazy high. And you won't lose the weight and you won't get rid of that condition. Your blood sugar will be high. Your A1C will never get here. Having an active body is the next part of the formula. It's the next part of the prescription that you got to write to yourself. Like I said, only person that can prescribe you this medication, this lifestyle medication, is you. Your doctor can't prescribe you activity. Your spouse can't prescribe you activity. Your mother-in-law can't prescribe you activity. Your kids cannot prescribe you activity. Only you can. What is a prescription? It is 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week of moderate intensive movement. You're like, what the hell is 30 minutes? What is moderate? What, Kelley? 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week of moderate intensive movement. What's moderate intensive movement? It means that, think of it like this. If you're on a treadmill, it means that you can talk, but you can't sing. You can talk, but you can't sing. If you're on a treadmill and you can sing, like if you're Whitney Houston, or if you can sing like you're on American Idol, you ever seen the show American Idol? And when the people go in there and they sing, oh! If you can do that, that means that you're not maintaining your pace. That means you need to pick up the pace. You should be able to talk. Fine, you can talk. But singing is out of the picture. That means that you ain't doing nothing. You got to pick up the pace. Why is movement so important for a diabetic, someone who's suffering from high blood sugar? Why is it so important? Well, it's so important because muscles are hungry. You're like, well, what do you mean they're hungry? Well, they're hungry for the same stuff that you've got too much of. You've got too much blood sugar. So they're hungry for it. What you mean muscles are hungry? When you move your body, when you're at the gym and you're hitting the weights, right? You're at the gym and you're hitting the weights, or you're squatting, squats, right? Squats, okay? All of that blood sugar, or even when you're walking, all of that blood sugar is getting soaked up, uptaken by the muscles immediately because they're hungry for the same stuff that you've got too much of. They're like a match made in heaven. Moving your body, exercise, activity, weight training, especially weight training. The bigger your muscles get, like the bigger your muscles get, the more they're able to, the more insulin sensitive you become. Because bigger muscles means they like glucose, so they soak it all up. So therefore, it's in your muscles. The glucose is in your muscles and not in your bloodstream. So this is why they tell you to go for a walk after you finish eating. Like, hey, I just finished eating. Well, go for a walk. Go for a brisk walk. Why? So that your muscles can soak up all of that glucose from the food that you just ate. It can be something as simple as going to hang out, going to wrestle with your kids. You don't got to be a world-class athlete. You don't got to be, Hercules. You don't got to be a bodybuilder. But you do have to be active. You do have to be active. It's been part of our prescription for 1,000,000 years. I guarantee you, I wasn't around during this time, but I can guarantee you that when human beings were first created, there was no Netflix. Okay? There was no remote. You didn't have a remote. Okay? You didn't even have a car. Okay? There was nothing. So what did they have to do? They had to be active. This is just modern day stuff where it's you're supposed to be a couch potato. No, you're not supposed to be a couch potato. You're not supposed to be. It's not part of your prescription. So now we're clear on that. 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, moderate intensive movement. The C, most controversial one that there is. Most controversial one that there is. If you don't believe me, I'm going to check this out. This is the work you're going to have to do, folks. If you ever want to get your number back to this ideal range, I'm sorry. So sorry. You can't be a couch potato, okay? I'm so sorry. You're going to have a peaceful mind. I'm so sorry. You're going to have to clean eat. I'm sorry. You thought that you'd be able to just cover it up and take Manjaro for the rest of your life and be good. Take glipizide for the rest of your life and be good. Take metformin for the rest of your life and be A-okay. Well, I'm sorry to tell you that there have been many people who have taken all those medications and they still passed away 20 years too soon. This is the formula, folks. But let's talk now about clean eating. Very, very controversial. How do I know it's controversial? Check it out. Let's do a poll. Pumpkin pie, sweet potato pie. Here's a poll. Put it in the chat. Which do you prefer? Pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie? Pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie? Put it in the chat, folks. What do we got? What do we think? Pumpkin pie or sweet potato pie, folks? Put it in the chat. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Let's see here. Pumpkin in capital letters. They wanted to let you know it's pumpkin, bro. It's pumpkin. They put it in capital letters. They ain't playing. Sweet potato, both, neither. I ain't never heard of no pumpkin pie. I never heard of pumpkin pie. That's hilarious. Sweet potato, of course. Laugh out loud. Pumpkin, no pie. Both, neither. Sweet potato, none of them. Sweet potato. Both, sweet potato, sweet potato. but I know pumpkin better for us. Says who? They're both yummy. Sweet potato, sweet potato, sweet potato, but I don't need either one. You don't need either one, but which one would you prefer? If somebody say, hey, you don't need it. No, you don't need it. Pumpkin is yummy. That's what say both. Thank you. Appreciate that, Car. So I say all that to say that it's a very, very controversial topic, nutrition. Somebody said that they've never even heard of freaking pumpkin pie. Like, what? Never heard of pumpkin pie? It's funny because one time when I worked in corporate America, this was like 2012, right? 2012. We had a company Thanksgiving party, potluck and all that stuff. And I was like, yo, I'm bringing the sweet potato pie. And somebody looked at me and like, what the hell is sweet potato pie? This is like 2012. This is like 13 years ago. It was like, what is that? I never heard of that. Very controversial, folks. Clean eating. Here's the thing. When the diet is wrong, medication is of no use. But when the diet is correct, medication is of no need. Think about it. I'm going to let that sink in for a little bit. When the diet is wrong, medication is of no use. You can take medication until you're blue in the face, just like this pen. You can take glyphosate and Manjaro and all of that stuff until you're blue in the face. But when the diet is wrong, it's just you're just spinning your daggone wheels. But when the diet is correct, man, here's the difference. You don't believe me? You still don't believe me? Okay. You still don't believe me. When the diet is wrong, look, when the diet is wrong, doctor prescribed me a whole bunch of medication. The diet was wrong. But you flip the other side, I switched my diet. When the diet was correct, look what? Look at that. When the diet is correct, medication is of no use. Or it's of no need, sorry. When the diet is correct, medication is of no need. So like I said, folks, you're not stuck. You're not stuck with high A1C. You're not stuck at all. You're just like I was. You're just loyal to your preferences. That's it. That's the reason that you're suffering. That's the reason that you're still suffering from diabetes. Clean eating, what is it? Real, whole, unprocessed foods as much as you possibly can. What is that? Something that came from a brain, something that was had roots, or something that once had dirt on it. Leaner sources of protein. So here it is. Here's what we eat. Most predominantly what we eat. Now, do you have to be perfect? No, you don't have to be perfect. It's about what you do most of the time. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, whole grains, legumes, aka beans, and then leaner sources of protein. Like I tell you, I don't get into people or what they eat anymore. Like, yo, whatever you eat, just make sure it's the leaner sources. So chicken, turkey, fish, steak, eggs, tofu, tempeh, TVP, texturized vegetable protein. Whatever it is, whatever protein source you choose, just make sure it's the leaner sources of protein instead of the processed meats. You don't want to go to the processed meat, folks. You don't want to do anything processed if you can avoid it. So the sausages, the bratwurst, the hot dogs, and oh yeah, everybody's favorite, the bacon. The bacon is not clean eating, folks. So don't eat bacon, folks. Turkey bacon included, soft turkey sausages, don't eat that. Those are called group 1 carcinogens. You don't want to eat those. If you want to know more about a group 1 carcinogen, just look it up. Just look up processed meats and group 1 carcinogens. Okay? So the dairies, the ham, the bolognas, the sausages, and the pepperonis, and all of that stuff. The bacons, hot dog, all of that. That's called processed meats. That's not clean eating. Now, we're going to cover clean eating more here in a second, but I'm going to breeze through this one, but that's what it is. Eat clean, whole, unprocessed foods. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, whole grains, legumes, chicken, turkey, salmon, tofu, tempeh, fish, steak, eggs. No dairy. Dairy, yeah, no dairy. Dairy goes in the crap category. Dairy, folks, is not clean eating. Okay? No dairy. It's not clean eating. We're going to cover more about all that stuff here in a little bit, but that's clean eating. We're going to dive into that a little bit more, so don't worry. The last part of the formula to bring your A1C back to the 4.9 or 5.3. Dun, 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 drum roll, please. I would do a drum roll, but I can't because even though they have drum roll down here, as soon as I do it, TikTok will give me a violation for putting a drum roll. It says fake engagement. That's what it's called. It'll give me a strike. Effective, so I can't do a drum roll, even though it's there. Effective what, folks? This is the part. This is the part right here. Effective what? This is the last part of the formula. You got to get some effective what? Who knows? Put it in the chat. What do you think it is? So we got stress management, we got activity, we got eating, we got what's another category in your life? What's another movement? No, we already did movement. That was active body. Okay. Lifestyle. Okay. Movement. Yes. Sleep. There it is. I see. Yeah. Sleep. Rest. Sleep. That's it. Yeah. Ooh. People always ask me all the time whenever I talk about diabetes, insulin resistance, high blood sugar, and I tell them about sleep. The very first thing that they say is, what the hell does sleep have to do with anything? And I said, what? What do you mean, what does sleep have to do with anything? Not only does it have to do everything with it, because here's why. The lack of sleep is a stressor. Poor sleep is a stressor. 6 to 9 hours of sleep, of effective sleep, is what you want. 6 to 9 hours of restorative sleep, effective sleep, 6 to 9 hours. Why? It's because it's when your body restores itself. It's when your body recuperates. It's when your body regenerates. It's when your brain resets itself. Literally, when you sleep at night, mostly all of the blood goes to your brain. And it circulates through your brain to regenerate you for the next day. Like, hey, get rid of this toxin, get rid of that toxin, get rid of that cell, get rid of this. And let's get this person ready for the next day. That's why we sleep 8 hours a day, 6 to 9, 8 hours a day. We sleep a third of the day. You think that's important? Sleeping a third of the day? People say work is important. I got to go to work, get some money. Is work not important? You know what I mean? Getting money, that's important, right? Well, even more important than that is sleep. Because the lack of sleep will stress you the hell out. You wake up the next day even more insulin resistant. You wake up the next day hungry. You wake up the next day getting ready to raid the fridge. Why? It's because your hormones are whacked out. The ghrelin is a hormone. We talked about hormone earlier. You activate ghrelin. It's like ghrelin activate. What's ghrelin? Ghrelin is your hunger hormone. Tells you that you want to eat something, and it suppresses leptin. That's another hormone. That's the one that says you're full. Your satiety hormone says you're full. So it suppresses, lack of sleep suppresses leptin and increases ghrelin. So you wake up the next day like, yo, fridge. I'm gonna eat the hell out of the fridge. So lack of sleep is a stressor. Here's how they can cancel each other out, folks. Check this out. They can cancel each other out. All of these areas can cancel each other out. All right, here's what I mean by canceling it out. Watch this. I coach people, right? I'm a coach. I teach people how to lose weight and reverse diabetes and all that stuff. This is what I do. But people will come to me all the time and they'll be like, Kelley, man, I'm working out. I'm eating right. I got the A right. I got the A. I'm good on the A. I think I'm good on the C. The C is very, very subjective. Okay. People say they're clean eating. It's like, let's really dig into what you're talking about, clean eating. But anyhow, let's just say if they're really clean eating, but all of a sudden they are not, they'll say, well, I'll say, well, how you sleeping? They'll say, well, you about that. Well, not sleeping right, this, that, the third, whatever. Sleep's not going well. You know what I'm saying? So if the sleep's not going well, yeah, it's not going well. So I say, okay, well, let's stop right there then. Let's stop right there. What that's doing is causing everything else to be thrown off. Here's what I mean. Lack of sleep is a stressor. And when you have lack of sleep, it causes you to be stressed, which when you're stressed, what happens? Cortisol gets released. Adrenaline gets released. Thank you, TikTok fam. Adrenaline gets released. Remember what we said about the whole stress thing earlier? Adrenaline gets released. Cortisol gets released. Oh, yeah. Then what gets released? Oh, yeah. Stored blood sugar from your liver gets released. And then remember what we said about blood sugar? Where blood sugar goes, insulin follows. It's a nice little nursery rhyme. That's how you can remember it. Where blood sugar goes, insulin follows. So it doesn't matter that you're working out. That's great. That working out's already a stressor. Sleeping good, okay? I mean, eating good, okay? But you got two stressors already. You got effective poor sleep, and you're working out like a savage. You're not recovering from the workout. You're working out like a champ, but you're not recovering from the workout. So therefore, that's causing your body to be even more stressed, which causes your peaceful mind to go out the window, where it causes your blood sugar to go up. Where blood sugar goes, insulin follows. This is how they can cancel each other out. So stress can cancel all these other things out. Check it out. It's a big loop. It's called maintaining your pace. Peaceful mind, active body, clean eating, effective sleep. This is how you get your number to the ideal range, folks. This is the only meds that you can take to get your number here and to keep it here. Because a lot of people will get their number there using medication, altering it. They're like putting in a cheat code. But if you put in a cheat code, you really didn't know how to play the game. You really don't know how to play the game if you put the cheat code in. So what happens when you stop taking the meds? What happens when you stop taking the glipicides and all that stuff? What happens, folks? Who can tell me what happens when you stop taking all of that stuff? Put it in there. I'm curious. What happens when you stop taking all of the medication? Your numbers may go down, but you say, you know what? I don't want to take these meds anymore. What happens to you? Can you tell me? Put it in the chat. What happens when you stop taking the meds? I'm a night shift worker. It comes back. Yeah, if you're a night shift worker, you ought to be super diligent about your sleep. Sleep better be your number one priority. If you're a night shift worker, you better prioritize the hell out of your sleep because you're already going against nature. So yeah, that's it. It goes back up. Your number, your A1C, your blood sugar, all that goes back up. But the question is, why does it go back up? Well, it goes back up because you thought that there was a shortcut. And I'm here to tell you, folks, the reason that it went back up is because there are no shortcuts. There is zero shortcuts when it comes to getting your A1C back to the normal range and keeping it there. Zero. You can try all the stuff and it may work for a little while, but then I gotta take this every day. Instead of taking that medication, why don't you maintain your pace instead? If you maintain your pace, you don't have to worry about your number going back up. You think my number went back up? You think my number went back up? Look. You think my number went back up? You think the weight went back? That was 5 years ago. 4 years ago, right here. I took this picture. Sorry. Yeah, 4 years ago. You think my weight went back up? Look. Does it look like the weight went back up? My A1C still in the normal range, 4.9 to 5.3. It didn't go back up. Why? I'm not taking any medications. Why? Here's why. It's because of maintaining your pace. Someone just asked, how did I lower my A1C? I just broke it all the way down for you. You got to maintain your pace. Having a peaceful mind, having an active body, clean eating, effective, especially clean eating, effective sleep. Honorable mention. Which one gets an honorable mention? There's an honorable mention category, and it's called substance abuse. Honorable mention. Things like alcohol. Things like alcohol, right? Alcohol is, if you're suffering from insulin resistance, folks, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but alcohol is not your friend. It's not. You may think that it is. You might think that, oh, it helps me sleep. Well, what about this? What about wine? What about, I hear it all the time. I'm a coach. I hear this every day. What about, people do anything they can to stay inside of their comfort zone? But your comfort zone is a beautiful prison. But you got to escape it if you want to grow. It's a beautiful prison. But to grow, you're going to have to escape it. Alcohol is not your friend if you're suffering from insulin resistance. Some people can get insulin resistance from steroids. They get prescribed steroids, some kind of steroids, and they get insulin resistance as that. Those are the unfortunate cases. It happens from time to time. But alcohol by itself is not your friend. So we're going to have to cut that out. If you ever want to get your number back to 4.9 to 5.3, you're going to have to get outside of that comfort zone. Like I told you before, it is the stuff that most people don't want to do. They're like, Kelley, you had me until you said that, man. You had me. Here's people say, oh, I can do the peaceful mind, Kelley. The working out, the moving my body, nah. I don't know, man. Clean eating, okay, nah, maybe. Okay, I can do the sleep. I can work on my sleep. I'm like, all right, well, what about this last category? Substance abuse, alcohol. And you're like, no. No, I ain't giving that up. Well, you don't have to give it up. It's your choice. But that diabetes ain't gonna go anywhere. That insulin resistance ain't gonna go anywhere. You had dreams of hanging out with your friends and family and all that stuff and living for many, many years. If you're suffering from insulin resistance and you're still drinking alcohol, nah, it ain't happening, Captain. So that's it. Substance abuse. So this is it, folks. You're gonna have to maintain your pace. Change demands a little bit of discomfort and a lot of action. I know it's uncomfortable what I'm saying. This is uncomfortable. Like, I know it's uncomfortable. I know how uncomfortable it is. I know how uncomfortable change is. I showed you my pictures, right? Change is very uncomfortable. But that's what change is. It's a little bit of discomfort and a lot of action. You get outside of your comfort zone to maintain your pace, your number will go back to the normal range. We've had people doing it as little as 2 weeks. As little as 2 weeks, just by changing what they're eating, and as little as 2 weeks, like on the 14-day challenge, and as little as 2 weeks, their blood sugar or their A1C from an 8 to a 6. If this is making sense to y'all folks on what the work is that you're going to have to do, the only way to get your number back 4.9 to 5.3 and keep it there, that's the thing, to keep it there. You can get it there with some medication. You can get it there. You ain't going to keep it there. Because the second you stop, it's like you took the bandage off and all the blood just comes gushing back out again. Like, damn, the blood is gushing out. That's the blood sugar. It's blushing, it's bursting out. It wants to come out. It's because you didn't do the foundational work that was required to actually defeat the condition and get your life back. This is making sense to y'all, and the work that you got to do. Like I said, this is the most part when people are like, Kelley, I ain't doing that kind of work. I thought it was something easy, man. I thought it was a shortcut you were going to give me. But there is a shortcut. There's a shortcut to doing all of this. Like if you say, Kelley, like, listen, man, like I've been taking Manjaro and all this stuff and it's been easy. I just been taking, those are shortcuts. There is a shortcut though. There's a shortcut that's better than Manjaro. There's a shortcut that's better than metformin. And it's called, here's a shortcut. It's called the ultimate shortcut. It's called show up, do the work, and do it again tomorrow. Show up, do the work. What work? This work. And then you do it again tomorrow. And then the next day, you do the same thing. It's the ultimate shortcut. That's the best shortcut that I don't know any other better shortcut than that. I don't. Do you know any other shortcut better than that? A lot of people think that they do. Like I said earlier, if you do not become the boss of your lifestyle, diabetes will become the boss of you. Over here too, it will become the boss of you as well. You're gonna become the boss of your lifestyle. Diabetes will become the boss of you. I promise you it will. If you got to the point where change isn't just desired, I want y'all to put a health yes in the chat. If this is making sense to y'all, put a health yes in the chat. Health yes in the chat. If this is making sense to you on what the work is, because people are like, well, what's the work? The only way to get your number back to the ideal range, put a health yes in the chat. This is making sense. Because a lot of people will still be like, Kelley, that didn't make any sense at all. Where's my Manjaro? Where's my metformin? That didn't make any sense, Kelley. I just want to make sure it makes sense. Thank you. Health, yeah. All right, health, yeah. We got a lot of health, yes. Yeah. We can't eat the way we did when we were younger. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. It's hard, but can be done. Yeah. It is hard. But here's the thing. That's why most people won't do it. But everything that you want and don't have is on the other side of hard. Everything that you want, what is it that you want? Your A1C, oh yeah, 4.9 to 5.3. That's what you wanted, right? That's where you want it. But you don't have it. So you're gonna have to go through something hard to get it. And changing your lifestyle is hard. But this is how life works, folks. You guys are adults. You're not kids. You know how life works. Here it is, folks. Click that link right here. I'm going to show you where the masterclass is. Click right up here, and then click on my picture right here. Click on my picture right here, and I'm going to show you where everything is. Here's where everything is. Yeah, I'll do a quick review. All right, let me show you where everything is. What's on the? Here it is. Here's where all the good stuff is, folks. Here's where it is. It's the quiz. Click this link. It's like Disney World for a diabetic. I'm telling you, you're suffering from insulin resistance. That's you. You've been suffering from this condition for a long time. Take this quiz. It's a 2-minute quiz that you can take to understand and learn your diabetes and management styles. Absolutely free. Right here, the PDF, same thing over here. Let me show you guys over here. The quiz, the masterclass, the PDF, all of that stuff. The masterclass right here. In this masterclass, it's called Unlock Your Diabetes Freedom, because you will unlock it. You will unlock your diabetes freedom if you follow this formula. If you follow it, you will unlock it to a new life. You're like, oh, life I never knew. In this masterclass, it's absolutely free. All you got to do is pay attention. That's all you got to do is pay attention. In the masterclass, I'm breaking down peaceful mind, giving you tactics and peaceful mind. In the masterclass, I'm telling you how to have an active body, giving you tactics in each of these areas. Clean eating, I'm giving you tactics in each of these areas. It's in the masterclass. And then effective sleep, I'm giving you tactics in each of these areas, strategies in each of these areas, in the masterclass. So go register for it. It's absolutely free. It's right here, right? What you're going to learn, that's what you're going to learn. All right. And then the PDF, that's free too. But then here's the other one. Now this one is not free. This one is the challenge. right? But this is for people who are serious about change. If you're serious about change, if you're serious about taking this number seriously, if you're serious about maintaining your pace, if you're serious about getting your number back down to the ideal range, if you're serious about that, a lot of people aren't serious about it. A lot of people will say it's hard. I thought it was going to be easy, Kelley. Then we'll start them on the process and they'll be like, that's hard, man. I know. I thought it was going to be something easy, Kelley. And I break it down to them, it's not easy. You're gonna have to blood, sweat, and tears. You're gonna have to get with it. You get with it, I'm telling you. And as little as 2 weeks, this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, it's for people who are serious people. That's why it's not for everybody. It's only for people that says, I've had insulin resistance for a very, very long time, or I tried everything and nothing has worked, and I'm starting to feel like I'm gonna be stuck this way forever. If that's you, if you feel that way, then you should join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Or it's basically like a boot camp for your blood sugar. Right? A boot camp for your blood sugar. We're going to reset it. As little as 14 days. There's been people on this challenge that have gone from an 8 to a 6 in 14 days, and the doctor took them off their medication. 2 weeks, the doctor took them off their medication. These are true stories. Somebody went from a 7.1 to 5.7. Doctor took them off their medication. Okay? This is the stories. I love doing that. I love it when somebody goes to the doctor and say, hey, the doctor took me off my medication, Kelley. I've been taking this stuff for 25 years, man. And in 2 weeks, took me off. Now, you're still going to have diabetes after 2 weeks? Yeah, but they can see what happened. They can see it trend down. They're like, whoa, you just keep on doing what you've been doing, okay? We'll take you off of these meds. These are true stories. Just for hanging out in the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. There's a blueprint that says, if you follow that blueprint, you follow the blueprint just like everybody else does, you're going to get the same or similar results as they are. But again, it's only for people who are serious. If that's you, if you've gotten to the point where change isn't just desired, it's downright necessary, you should join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. You should. You want to join the challenge, it's $79 to join. It's actually $99 to join the challenge. But if you use that discount code SHOWER, that's the discount code, SHOWER, today's discount code. We change it up all the time. But it's SHOWER right now. Use that discount code, SHOWER. If you're joining the challenge, the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, what many people have done. Over 200 people have joined this challenge. And they've gotten amazing results. Then you show up, you do the work, and you do it again tomorrow. It's called the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. And then finally, right here, for my people who are ready to go beyond the challenge. This is for people who have already gone through the 14-day challenge. You've already gone through the 14-day challenge, got amazing results. You're ready for the challenge with just step 1. This is step forever. If you're ready for your step forever, this is where we cover all the 4 areas. We cover all the 4 areas in 8 weeks. It's an 8-week transformation. It's called Beyond the Challenge. It's ready right now. 8 weeks. What are we going to cover in the 8 weeks? How to have a peaceful mind, how to have an active body, clean eating, effective sleep. I want to be your coach. I'm going to be your personal coach. I'm coaching you. Like real life coaching. I'm going to be your guy. And we're going to get you right. So that is called Beyond the Challenge. So that is it, folks. There's a lot of grab and go stuff on my page. There's a lot of freebies. There's a challenge. There's Beyond the Challenge. There's everything is there. So let's get down to your questions. Right now it's Q&A time. We finished the formula. Now let's get to the questions. Let's get to the answers. Let's see what kind of questions you got for your boy. Put it in the chat. It's Q&A time. Ask away. Let's do it. And then we're going to talk about clean eating next, right? Clean eating. Let's see if we got any questions. Clean eating is next. $79 if you use that discount code. Use that discount. How much does it cost? It's $79. Use that discount code SHOWER. Let's see here. What's the price? $79. You use the discount code. Use that discount code. You join the challenge. You're getting that blueprint. It's a blueprint. You follow the blueprint, just like I did. I'm the one who created it. I was the first guinea pig on this blueprint. Okay, 4 years ago, 2021, I was the guinea pig, and then I found out, whoa, that works. I don't have diabetes anymore. I don't have. I can tie my shoe now. I'm off the blood sugar roller coaster. I'm proof. Lost over 70 pounds. That's it. Whiskey Bravo. That's it. He said 99. I said 99, but if you use that discount code SHOWER, it's 79. Does it help type 1 diabetes? It does. Type 1 diabetes have joined the challenge as well. Type 1 diabetes are kind of skeptical about joining, but I'm here to tell you that high blood sugar is high blood sugar, right? You want to be more insulin sensitive. The point is to be more insulin sensitive. That is the point. The more insulin sensitive you are, whether you're type 1 or type 2, the better your life's going to be. So type 1, we're going to make you more insulin sensitive. So yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Put your questions in the chat, folks. If you have high cortisol, can you drink a supplement to lower it? Not really. You can, but you can't. You can attempt to, but maybe it'll help a little bit. Yeah, all supplements, yeah, you can help a little bit, but the actual lowering your cortisol is actually doing the work. Meditation, mindfulness, meet with your therapist. Those are the 3 M's. Supplements, yeah, they can help, sure. But you got to get down to the root cause of it. You got to find out why the hell you're stressed. Why the hell you got all this cortisol? There's so high cortisol. You can't just try to cover it up. You got to address it. What stands in the way becomes the way. What stands in the way becomes the way. Are there any risks? Any risk of what? Are there any risks or any bad side effects? On what? Any risks and bad side effects of not doing anything? Sure. If you do nothing, there's a whole lot of risks. There's a whole lot of side effects to that. A whole lot of them. Okay? So I'm not sure what you mean by risks and side effects. If you mean on the challenge, there's no. Because on the challenge, all we're doing is doing your clean eating. Also, all we're doing, we're just changing what you're eating. Instead of eating crap, we're going to clean eat. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the question that you got. It has ashwagandha, L-theanine, magnesium. Yeah. You're talking about the supplement that's in my page. Yeah, that's good. It's a supplement. It's a supplement. Is it the end all be all? No. It helps, but it's the end all be all is doing the work. That's the end all be all. Supplements are, yeah, they help. They're great. Okay. If you're missing, but ashwagandha is great. Yeah, all that's great. L-theanine, great. Vitamin D3, fantastic. Magnesium, glycinate, fantastic. All fantastic stuff. But you're still going to have to do the work. You're still going to have to get outside of your comfort zone. That's it. That's how it goes. Okay, that's it for questions. Are there any more? No more questions. All right, we're going to go to the next thing then. But before we go to the next thing, we're going to talk about all things clean eating. So there's no questions on what you got to do to get your number back to this ideal range. All right, no worries. Remember what I said, folks, if you want to join that challenge, use that discount code SHOWER. Use that discount code SHOWER. You join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. I'm going to leave that number 4.9, 5.3 up there. I'm going to leave it up there because that's going to be what we're shooting for the entire time. So now let's switch gears a little bit and let's talk more about clean eating. And somebody just joined the challenge. Shout out to them. Shout out to you for joining that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. You should get a bunch of goodies, right? You probably just got a text message right now. But yeah, I sent the text message. I just sent you a text message. Boom. Right now. Go check your text message. I got you. Okay? Shout out to you for joining that challenge. But here it is, folks. Let's talk about this. Who enjoys or who hates, let me put it this way. Who hates who hates going to, whenever somebody says you got to lose some weight, the doctor says you got to lose 30 pounds, your personal trainer says you got to lose a bunch of weight. You know when your personal trainer says, like, yeah, you got to lose some weight, but here's what you got to do, man. You got to weigh your food. You got to bring out the scale. You got to count your macros. You got to do all of that. Who hates doing that? Put a me in the chat if you hate doing all that stuff. counting the calories and weighing the food and all of that. Put a me in the chat. Okay, we got a me. Anybody else hate it? Yeah, me. Oh, also put a new in the chat too. If you're new to me, put a new in the chat. If you're the first time you just stumbled across me, like, who's this freaking guy wearing a Chucky shirt, talking about diabetes and all that? Put a new in the chat if you're new as well. Talking about weight loss and yeah. Who is this guy? Put a new in the chat. Put a me in the chat. Yeah, okay. A lot of news and a lot of me's. What if there were a different way, folks? What if there were a different way to actually lose the weight, to bring your blood sugar back to the normal range? What if there were actually a different way? There is a different way, actually. And you want to know what it's called? It's called maintaining your pace. I mean, not maintaining your pace. It's called the clean eating plate. We just did pace. The clean eating plate goes like this. Clean eating plate. Now, this is the way I've been eating for the last 4 years. I eat like this, for the last 4 years. That's why the weight hasn't come back. That's why my A1C hasn't come back up. Why? It's because I've been clean eating, doing this clean eating plate. And here's how you do it. Check it out. 50%. 50%. 50% what? Oh, yeah. Non-starchy. 50% non-starchy veggies. Non-starchy veggies. I don't like the way that's looking. I gotta bring it over some. I don't like that. 50% non-starchy veggies. Let me bring it over. Non-starchy veggies. 50% of your plate. What are non-starchy veggies? Things like asparagus, broccoli, mushrooms, cauliflower, spinach. There's a whole list of these things. But you just put it in non-starchy veggies. But these are just some of them. Right? Carrots, cucumbers, zucchini, collard greens, mustard greens. These are non-starchy veggies. So there's a whole list of these things. Onions, celery, so many of them. Broccoli, ton of them. 50% of your plate. Okay, we'll come back to that. Don't worry. And then 25%. 25%. Put that in the middle. 25% proteins and gorda, fats. Proteins and fats. DC 355, all you got to do is just put non-starchy veggies in there. Just put non-starchy veggies in a search. You'll see them. But proteins and fats. What kind of proteins? The same proteins that we talked. Remember the proteins we talked about earlier? I said we were going to dig deeper into clean eating, right? What proteins did we say the leaner sources of protein? Like I said, I don't tell people what proteins to eat anymore. You eat whatever protein you want. It's a big debate. Okay, so but whether it's chicken, whether it's turkey, whether it's eggs, whether it's steak, whether it's tofu, tempeh, fish, you make sure that it's the leaner sources. We're not talking about the processed meat, folks. We ain't talking about bacon. And we're not talking about salami, like I said earlier. We're not talking about hot dogs, folks. Hot dogs, contrary to popular belief, as delicious as they are, they're not clean eating. When you go to New York and you go to get a New York style pizza, don't go order the extra pepperonis. Don't go order the extra pepperonis. Don't order the pepperoni, period. That's a processed meat. You want to stay away from those are group 1 carcinogens. They're delicious. And even for my folks from Louisiana, don't think you're off the hook, folks. My folks from Louisiana, you're not off the hook. Boudin is not clean eating. Crawfish is not clean eating. Sucking the head off a crawfish is not clean eating. Boudin and sausage is not clean eating, folks. It's delicious, but it ain't clean eating. Okay, so those are not leaner sources of protein. That's what I mean. Focus on the leaner proteins. The fats, healthy fats, avocados, nuts and seeds. The 3 oils that are approved: avocado, coconut, olive. If it's not avocado oil, if it's not coconut oil, if it's not avocado, coconut, or olive oil, like Popeye and Brutus and all that stuff, avocado, coconut, olive oil. Those are the only 3 oils, folks. If it's not any of those 3 oils, please throw it out. Go to your pantry right now, get the big yellow tub of canola oil and throw that thing the hell out. Chia seeds are great. Things that are not great are like, people are going to eat it anyway, so it doesn't matter what I say. So I just say, if you want to eat dairy, go eat it, but it's not great for you. It's not good for you at all. Okay, dairy, yogurt, Greek yogurt. I don't recommend dairy, but I know people are going to do it anyway. But here's the thing about dairy. Go watch this. It's a documentary called, it's a lecture called Utterly Amazing. Utterly Amazing. It's 80 minutes long. It's a gentleman named Walter V who's giving this lecture. And on this lecture, he's going to tell, he's a zoologist, by the way. Like, what's a zoologist? It's a person who studies animals. He's going to break down dairy for you in a way that you've never heard it. I promise you. You've never heard dairy broken down this way before. So you go watch that, and you understand why I put dairy and cheese and all that stuff in the crap category. It's not good for you, folks. It's not a healthy fat. So that's it, folks. Proteins and fats. All right, last part, 25%. 25% is, carbs and fruit. Carbs and fruit, folks. You're like, well, what kind of carbs and fruit? Well, I'm going to put a down arrow. Down arrow. You're like, well, why are you putting a down arrow, Kelley? Well, it's because there's a very specific rule. It says you can have whatever kind of carbs you want as long as we're not eating refined carbs. We're not talking about refined carbs. You know, the whole Twinkies and the ding-dongs. I'm not giving you a green light on that. I am giving you a green light on pretty much all the other carbs. It's just how you eat them and the order in which you eat them and the rules that you got to obey to eat these things. So you can go down on the carbs. So, you can go down, but you can't go up. And that'll make more sense here in a second. So if it's rice, if it's pasta, if it's, quinoa, if you do pasta, make sure it's the single ingredient pasta, like chickpea pasta, lentil pasta. Those are preferred pastas instead of like the regular whole grain pasta, like whole wheat pasta. Like, you don't want those. But you could have it if you want to still. You just got to obey the rule. I'm going to come back to that rule here in a second. But potatoes, potatoes, sweet potato, white potato, yuca, whatever. Non-starchy veggies like acorn squash, butternut squash, whatever. These are starchy vegetables. You got non-starchy veggies, and then you have starchy veggies. Things like, again, acorn squash, butternut squash, carnival squash. These are starchy potatoes. These are starchy veggies. You can have those. Just got to obey the rule. What is the rule? What does that mean, Kelley? You're like, well, what's the rule, Kelley? All right, last category, fruit. Fruit, preferably the lower glycemic index fruit. Things like berries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, kiwis, peaches, grapefruits, things like that. These are lower glycemic index fruits. Fruits that are higher on the glycemic index scale are bananas, grapes, watermelon, pineapples, mangoes. These are things that are higher on the glycemic index. Yeah, you can eat those. You just have to eat them very, very strategically. Here's what I want you to think about this. Here's how I want you to think about carbs and fruit. I want you to think of fruit as a dessert. Anytime you think of fruit, think of dessert. Put fruit in the same category as you put dessert, and your life will be a whole lot better. If you're suffering from insulin resistance, if you put fruit in the same category as you put dessert, when you eat dessert, when you eat fruit, think of it as your dessert. I'm telling you, it will change the game. It will change the game on your blood sugar. Instead of just waking up in the morning and eating a big bowl of fruit, you wouldn't wake up in the morning and eat a big bowl of ice cream, would you? You wouldn't wake up in the morning and eat a big thing of pumpkin pie like we talked about earlier, or a sweet potato pie. You wouldn't wake up and do that, would you? First thing in the morning. I hope you wouldn't. It's the same thing with fruit. You can eat the fruit, just eat it as a dessert. Look, folks, you can even make your life so simple. Man, look at this. You can even go get yourself one of these plates. It's called the clean eating plate. Apples too. You can do apples. Yeah, sure. You can do apples. You can do apples, sure. Right? Look at this plate. It's called the clean eating plate. So I said, another person said they'd never heard of pumpkin pie. That's hilarious. Look at this clean eating plate, folks. Look, doesn't that look familiar? Watch this. I'm going to pull it down. Watch. Ooh, doesn't that look familiar? Is it me or does this not look familiar? I'm going to put it over here on this side so you can't see it. Look. Is it me or does that look familiar? It does. It's called a clean eating plate. You can go you can make your life a whole lot easier instead of counting all the calories and weighing all your food and doing all that mumbo jumbo that nobody's going to stick with. Nobody's going to stick with counting their calories forever. Nobody's going to stick with weighing their food forever. Nobody wants to go to hang out with friends and family and pull out their dang on calculator. And pull out their app. Nobody wants to. How many calories are in that? Let me put that in. Oh, okay. No, I can't go over that. No, I can't eat that. Who wants to live their life like that? I certainly don't. You go get yourself one of these plates. You don't have to live your life like that. Because it's going to make your life so simple. You can even take this plate with you to the barbecue, to the cookout, or whatever. And if they have some semblance of this, you're great. Bring your plate with you. It's a doable plate. Look. It's the best plate I've seen. These are in my TikTok showcase, by the way. You want one of these, they're like $13 in my showcase. In TikTok here. $13 or so. 13, $14. But $13, $14 is gonna change the whole game for you. It's called the clean eating plate. And they're made out of, what are these things made out of? Oh, straw. These things are made out of straw, not plastic. And they're big and they're deep. Best ones I've seen. I've seen some on Amazon. I've seen the small ones. They're small. And people are like, Kelley, I'm always hungry. I'm like, let me look at your plate. They show me this little tiny plate. Well, no wonder you're hungry. That's for a 5-year-old. That's for a 5-year-old, bro. That's why you're hungry still. Look at that tiny plate. You can even change the percentages, right? Let's just say your percentage is, this is the base. Let's just say one day you're like, Kelley, I want more protein. I want more protein because I'm hitting the gym, Kelley. I'm hitting the gym and I'm getting brolic. I'm getting diesel. And I want more protein. I said, okay. Here's what we'll do then. Instead of doing 50% veggies and 25% protein, why don't you flip the ratio? Why don't you put your protein right here? 50% protein is only logical, right? You got more protein. And you've got, now you bring your veggies down, your non-starchy veggies, you bring those down to 25%, you can keep your carbs the same. You can keep them the same. And guess what you just did? You just got more protein. You can even get so crazy with it. You can go like, I want to go like 75% protein or whatever. And I'm going to bring my carbs, I'm going to bring my veggies down to 25%. Or I'm going to bring my carbs down to 25%. All right, it's totally up to you. The only way you can change, you can give yourself more veggies. You can increase the veggies. You can just take the veggies higher. But when you take the veggies higher, something's got to come down. The carbs can come down. The rice and the pastas and all that stuff, it can come down. That's the rule. Remember the rule I said? You can change the percentages on all of these percentages over here. You can change these percentages on this one and that one, the veggies and the fats and the proteins. But you can change the percentage on the carbs, but the only rule is you got to go down. You got to go down on the plate. Look, you can't increase the amount of carbs that you have. You got to go. You can go down though. You can top them off at 25%. That's it. They ain't going any higher than that. Carbohydrates, right? That's the rule. Bring it down. Don't bring it up. You can change the percentages on all the other stuff, but you can't do it on that. Here's where you get the plate, folks. The plate is in my showcase. Where's my showcase? You're like, well, where's your showcase? What the hell's a showcase, man? Here's a showcase. If you click right up here, and then you click on my picture again, you're going to come to this thing right over here on TikTok. It's on TikTok, right? This is where you're going to get it. It's going to be right here. Showcase is, oh yeah, right there, look. Showcase. It's a lot of stuff on the showcase. There's the plates right there. Different kind of plates. They're the same kind of plates. They're just different colors. One has a variety of colors, and one is just plain white. All right. These are the plates. They're called clean eating plates. And go get yourself one. I promise you. And you hang out with me. Come here on the lives, and I'll show you. We're gonna be after you do it enough, you're gonna be like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. But this is what I teach my clients. Like, this is real life stuff. Like, this thing can get super, super complicated based on what your body is doing. Okay, then we're gonna have to tweak that plate based on what your body. It all comes back to the plate. It depends on what is your body doing. How are we going to tweak your plate based on what your body is doing? How your body is responding. That's it. That's how the game goes. You learn, you try, you evaluate, refine. It's called the reset loop. Learn, try, evaluate, refine. Learn, try, evaluate, refine. That is what the clean eating plate is all about, folks. And that's it, folks. So if this is making sense to y'all, put a health yes in the chat. We're going to dig more into this plate. This is part one. But if this is making sense to y'all, I want y'all to put a health yes in the chat, folks. Then breakfast, we're going to get to breakfast too. Don't worry. What about me? Where were you? David, what do you mean? What about you? Missed that part. Where were you? That's proteins. Did you fall asleep at the wheel, David? Health yes. Health yes. This is making sense. It's only making sense to one person. So do I got to go over it again on what the clean eating plate is? Because it doesn't seem like it's making a lot of sense to a lot of people. Okay, health, yes, it's making a lot of sense. Okay, great. Now, keep in mind, folks, this is, I talked about my 14-day challenge, didn't I? Didn't I say about my 14-day challenge? When it comes to the challenge, you're not going to be eating like this. So a lot of people just think they get the challenge, they'll get the challenge, and they think that this is the way they're going to eat. This is how you eat once you get past the challenge. So when you're in the challenge, you're not eating like this. So don't be disappointed. Like, oh, Kelley, I thought you said, like, I got all this stuff. Yeah, you do. After the challenge is very streamlined. If you're suffering from insulin resistance, if you've gotten to the point where change isn't desired, it's downright necessary. If you lie, it's a blueprint. If you lie awake at night just wondering if diabetes is going to steal your future, this 14-day challenge is a blueprint. Nutrition. It's a 14-day blueprint for your nutrition. So once you get out of the blueprint, once you finish the 14 days, Then we start going into it starts getting personal at that point. But in the beginning, if you're suffering from insulin resistance, you raise your hand and say, listen, I'm suffering from insulin resistance. I've had insulin resistance for a long time. I'm ready for change. I came to your life for a reason today, Kelley. I'm ready for change. I'm exhausted by sticking my finger every single day. I'm exhausted by that, right? I'm dreading what the meter's going to say in the morning. I'm dreading that. If that's you, if you wake up every morning wondering why your blood sugar is high in the morning, it's called the dawn phenomenon. But if you wake up wondering why your blood sugar is really, really high, everybody's blood sugar is higher in the morning. But if yours is really high, then you should join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Where is it? Here's what the challenge is. Well, we're going to streamline your nutrition. 14 days. Your A1C is not going to drop by itself. Quiz, masterclass, all free stuff. Quiz, masterclass, all free stuff. All you got to pay is attention. The challenge, a little bit different though. The challenge is for people who are seriously ready for change. You're seriously ready for change. You've gotten to the point, like I said, change is not just desire. You're ready to take control of your blood sugar. If that's you, then you should join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. But only if that's you. Only if you've gotten to the point where you're tired of pricking your finger. Only if you've gotten to the point where you're tired of taking the medication. Only until then. If you're at the point where you're not tired of taking the medication and you're okay with your A1C being high, then the challenge is not going to be for you. I just got to keep it real. Because we're getting busy. We're doing work. And if you ain't ready for the work, then you probably shouldn't join the challenge. But if you are ready for the work, if you are ready for change, if you are ready to get your life back, then you should join this 14-day challenge. Now, it's $99 to join this challenge. It's $99. Here's what everything you get. But if you use the live discount code, SHOWER, that's it. That's the discount code, SHOWER. Like you're taking a shower, splish splash, I was taking a bath. All about a Saturday night. I know today's Friday, but you get what I'm saying. SHOWER. Use that discount code, SHOWER. You're joining the challenge for $79. Life-changing stuff for $79. Okay, you don't believe me? Go look at the people's results. Go ask these people's doctors how they went from an 8 to a 6, and the doctor's mind is blown in 2 weeks. How they went from a 7.1 to a 5.7 in 2 weeks, and the doctor's is like, what in the hell am I seeing here? And they're confused. The doctor is confused. If you want to confuse your doctor, the next time you go back, then you should join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Like if that's what you want to do. And then for my people who have graduated from the challenge, you graduated from the challenge and you're ready to go to the next level, you're ready to go beyond, it's ready. You're ready to go beyond. Here it is right here. Here's everything to go beyond the challenge right here. This is an 8-week program. 8-week program takes you beyond the challenge. Where we cover the whole areas: peaceful mind, active body. We definitely going to cover clean eating and then effective sleep. How do you maximize all these areas? And then by the end of it, you're going to be unrecognizable. People will not recognize you. For real. When people see me now, they don't even recognize me. They'll walk right by me. Before the pandemic, this is before the pandemic, after the pandemic. They saw me after the pandemic, they're like, what? Who the hell are you, dude? I don't know you. This is what some of my coworkers were saying. Like, they hadn't seen me. Like, everybody had to stay home. So when we stay home, I was getting busy. And then when we came back to work, they opened up the office and people see me, they'll walk right by me like, yo, who the hell's that? They be like, yo, who's that, yo? Who the hell is that? Oh, yeah. It's Kelley. One more. It's Kelley. He put in the work. So I know that's scary. I know it's scary, folks. The work is scary, which is what you're going to have to do. I'm so sorry to be the one to tell you that. That metformin, it's not the end all be all. It's just putting a mask on what you got, putting a bandage on what you got. The actual fix is actually doing the work. That's it, folks. So if you want to join that challenge, use that discount code SHOWER. If you're ready to go beyond the challenge, it's ready for you. Let's go beyond the challenge. 8 more weeks. Let's see if we got any questions here. Makes sense, my guy. What about breakfast? All right, breakfast, black coffee. Let's get back to it. All right, let's talk about this. People talk about breakfast. I'm gonna get to these questions. 1, 2, 3. Here's the order in which you eat your food. First and foremost, before we talk about breakfast, we gotta find out what is the order to eat your food in. All right, what's the order in which you eat your food in? 1, 2, 3. You know, you've heard the stuff like FFS. I think it's like fiber first, fiber, fats, protein, FFPS. It's like some hard stuff to remember. So instead of doing all that, instead of remembering all that hard stuff, here's what we can do. 1, 2, 3. Eat your veggies first, proteins, and then carbs last. Think of it just like this. Like, what's the order in which you eat your food? It's just like this. Think about when you go to a restaurant. And when you go to a restaurant, what do they give you? First, what do they bring out? Oh, they bring out your salad first. Don't they? So they bring out your salad first. So AKA the vegetables. They bring out the vegetables first. They say, you want a Caesar salad or a side salad? You be like, yeah, let me get the Caesar. Let me get the side. So veggies first. It's like at the restaurant. And then 2, what do they bring out next? At the restaurant, what the hell do they bring out next? Oh yeah, they bring out the main course. Especially when the food comes out, you see the steaming plate, you're like, oh, that's mine. Oh, I ordered the fish. Oh, I ordered the chicken. Oh, I ordered the tofu. Oh, I ordered the turkey. Oh, I ordered the steak. Oh, I ordered the eggs. Don't you? That's what they bring out. So that's the order in which you eat your food, folks. Just remember that going to a restaurant. I'm telling you, it'll be easy. Don't forget about that FFPS stuff. 1, 2, and then what do they bring out last? And when you're at the restaurant and you're done eating your food, and the waiter or the waitress comes by, and they'll ask you a question, a very specific question. And they'll say, would you like to see the dessert menu? Would you like to see the dessert menu? Yeah, I would. You don't have to see the dessert menu. It's optional, right? It's optional to see the dessert menu. But you're grateful that they asked. Thank you for asking. I don't need to see the dessert menu, but thank you for asking. Section 3. You want to think of this as a dessert. That's why you eat that last. You eat the carbs last. You eat the fruit last. 1, 2, 3. That's the order in which you eat your food. When you're dining, eat your veggies first. Eat your proteins and fats, your main course. Then you eat your dessert. Is that not logical? Instead of that FFP, I can't remember it. Fat, fiber, fat, protein. I don't even know what the hell it is. Can you take venison fresh meat and dehydrate it? Would that be okay? Yeah, you can do that. That's what you prefer. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. You can do that. That works for you. Can I eat too many vegetables? It's very hard. You ever tried to eat too many vegetables? It's very, very hard to eat too many vegetables. Why? Because there's a lot of fiber in it. The fiber is going to tell you to stop before you eat too many, before you get too filled. That fiber is going to fill you up, and you're like, I'm good. But it's very, very hard to do that. Yes, what about black coffee? Yeah, you can do black coffee, but here's the thing about coffee. You want to wait 60 to 90 minutes after you wake up to have some coffee. Go into the sun first. Go hang out in the sun for like 10 minutes. Have some coffee first. Have some sun first before you have your coffee. Have some sun first. Insulin resistance. Is that when you take insulin injections? Well, yeah, not necessarily. Yes and no, not necessarily. There's 2 different types of. There's type 1 diabetes. They have to take insulin injections. That's called insulin dependent. Type 2 diabetes is when you have to take insulin injections. Here's what happens. It means that you let diabetes get too bad. It means you let the insulin resistance get too bad. So how can you get the energy into your cells? Oh yeah, you have to bring in reinforcements. You got to inject yourself with more insulin to try to force the sugar into the muscles, into the cells. If you're type 2 diabetes and if you're using insulin, it is because the insulin resistance has gotten too bad, and now you need to use force to try to get the energy into the cells. So that is why you use more insulin. Now, that's not how you want it to go, but you can fix that. You can fix it. You just got to do some work. Talk about salad dressings, please. Make your own. Make your own salad dressings. That's what I'll talk about that. Make your own salad dressing. I make my own sauces all the time. You'll see my blender all the time making sauces. Oh, I made a new sauce. Make your own. Don't get the ones out of the store. Those are trash. Will this help with hypertension? When you fix the blood sugar, you fix everything. And when you fix the blood sugar, you fix everything. You fix insulin resistance, you fix everything. High blood pressure included. MD want me on metformin, but I said no. I want to do better and get it down myself. If you're a medical doctor, I'm not a doctor, by the way, it's not medical advice. But if your medical doctor said they want to put you on metformin, and you said no, the same way that I did, I said no. I decided that I was going to take my health into my own hands. I was going to take my health into my own hands. I was going to become my own doctor because it's not the doctor's fault, folks. It's not the doctor's fault. That's people are like, well, why my doctors just want to give me meds and meds and meds? And like, what do you mean? That's their job. It's their job to do. The doctor's job is to do two things. Number one is to diagnose you. I talk to enough doctors, trust me, I know. They hit me up all the time. Number one is to diagnose you. That's the very first job. That's the thing that they're trained on. The very second thing that they're trained on, a doctor, is to give you a prescription medication based on your diagnosis. Those are the two things. That's what doctors are trained on. What's the diagnosis? What's the medication that prescribes the diagnosis? That's it. It's just drilled into them. This is what they learn in medical school. They don't learn anything. They don't learn anything about no clean eating plate. The clean eating plate is not in no medical school. But that's where the real power is. The real power is in your lifestyle. Lifestyle first, medication second. So again, it's not the doctor's fault. They just don't know. They just don't. It's not their fault. They're not doing it on purpose. You just don't know. What are we clicking on to see the list of things to sign up for? That's where all the stuff is. That's where the quiz is. What are you clicking on? You're clicking on that link in my description right here. Click right up here and then click on my picture again. It's the link in my bio. It's got all the goodies on there. It's got the quiz on there. It's a free quiz. It's got the masterclass on there. And it's got there's a free PDF on there. All this stuff's free. The only thing that's not free is when it starts getting into the challenge. You want to join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. It's only for it. That's why I put it. That's why it costs. I put it. It's $99 to join the challenge because I want to know what people are serious about. Serious or not. It's $99 unless you use that discount code SHOWER. Use that discount code SHOWER. Then you are joining the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge for $79. Victoria's already answered the question about coffee already. Okay, I gave you a whole detail about coffee. You're asking again. Veggie, protein, and carbs. Dessert. Want dessert? Carbs, dessert. Yeah, carbs are dessert. Exactly. Exactly. Dessert. Fruit, dessert. Exactly. I was told to eat protein first, then fruits, veggies, then carbs for stabilization. It works for me. Okay, if it works for you, fantastic. You don't have to eat this way. You can do whatever. You can knock yourself out and eat however you want. But this is the way that you eat if you want to minimize the blood sugar spike. You want to minimize the blood sugar spike, you can do that. But you're right. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. Okay? It's your food. Eat it how you want to eat it. Food is very, very personal. That's why I don't tell people, like, yo, if they ask me, I'll tell them. But I just don't go around giving people a non-solicited advice about eating anymore. Like, people will bite your head off about what they eat. Salad dressing, make your own. Beautifully Human, make your own at the house. Do not buy the ones from the store. Fruit is part of carb. Yeah, that's why they go right here. Like, look, you notice that they're together? Yeah, they sure are. Veggies, protein, carbs. Got it. Yep. Just like we at the restaurant. Salad first, main course, dessert. Is coffee or tea better? Doesn't really matter, right? Doesn't really matter. What kind of tea are you drinking? Could be some BS tea, could be some BS coffee. It's a very loaded question. There's not one that's really better. All right. I'm glad you're sharing and your information is accurate. I almost reversed my diabetes 2 years ago. In 2 years. What do you mean you almost did it? You stopped? What do you mean? 2 years is quite a long time, man. You can do it way quicker than that. You know what I mean? Did you stop? I want to know what happened right there. Can you repeat the 3 M's? Meditation, mindfulness, meet with your therapist. Jenny, meditation, mindfulness, meet with your therapist. Those are 3 M's. That's how you can manage stress. So I'm pescatarian. Will the meal plan accommodate in the 14-day challenge? It will, yes. It will, yes. Again, I built it for everybody. So whether you're pescatarian, whether you're the only people that probably shouldn't join the challenge are people who are, if you're like a hardcore carnivore and you like, this has been working for me, I'm just doing carnivore, it's working. That's what you do. It's probably not gonna be for you. I only eat like meat, like a wolf, like I'm a wolf. If you like a wolf or lion, then it's probably not gonna be for you. But if you're anything other than carnivore, it will work for you. All right, everything is there in that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. So if you're going to do the challenge, Beautifully Human, today's the day that you want to do it. Today's the day that you want to do it. Because if you want new results, you've got to break your old habits. If you want new results, you've got to break your old habits. You join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. That is the start of breaking old habits. Old habits die hard though. Old habits are like, yo. The cravings are like, yo, remember me? The sugar is like, yo, remember me? I know you're doing a 14-day challenge, but remember me? The sugar, okay? The beer, okay, remember me? The alcohol, the wine, remember me? It's gonna be calling your name. But change demands a little bit of discomfort and a lot of action. If you're ready to join that challenge, use that discount code, SHOWER. You join the challenge for $79. If you say, I'm suffering from insulin resistance, I've got high blood sugar, I don't want to do this anymore. The doc prescribed me meds and I don't want to do it. I want to do something different. If that's you, then you should join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Pre-diabetics included. Somebody asked about pre-diabetic. Here's who the challenge is for. If you're suffering from pre-diabetes, gestational diabetes, PCOS, type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes, even type 1 diabetics. If you've got high blood sugar, if you've got a high A1C, the challenge is going to be for you. Use that discount code SHOWER. I'm going to 14-day challenge. Yeah, good. So when we buy the meal plan, do we get PDF on what to do? We get anything else? It's a blueprint. It's in the system, right? You get login information. You log into your portal, and you get the whole shebang. You get the meals. Here's what you get in there. You get the meals, right? Of course, we don't buy the meals for you. You got to go buy the meals yourself. But we give you the plan. Say, do this, and you'll get these results. You show up, do the work, do it again tomorrow. Here's what you get. Here's what it is. Here's all you got to do. You go get the food, you cook the food, and you get the results. Go get the food, cook the food, eat the food, get the results. That's what the challenge is about. It's simple. It's a simple process. All we're doing is changing what you're eating. We're eating real food. for 2 weeks. We're cutting out the crap, as I call it, for 2 weeks. And at the end of those 2 weeks, if you give your body what it needs, your blood sugar, your A1C will drop in as little as 2 weeks. And people are like, that's impossible. How can it drop in 2 weeks? It takes 3 months. No, it doesn't. It takes 3 months for the whole thing to turn over, yeah? 3 to 4 months. That's why you get it done every 3 to 4 months. But for it to have immediate change, it can take as little as 2 weeks. Because you're getting new red blood cells, new hemoglobin every day. And when those are regenerating every day, you want those to be absent of sugar. You don't want those to have a bunch of sugar on them. So as a result, that's going to, when you do the math, that's going to affect your overall A1C, and it's going to be lower just after 2 weeks. People went from an 8 to a 6, from a 7.1 to a 5.7, who have joined the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. All right, we got people come on all the time and give their testimonials. But if you're struggling from insulin resistance, then you should join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. I'm pre-diabetic. My right foot is always feels cold. Can that be reversed? Yeah, it can be, but not by just chilling. Just chilling and propping your feet up is not going to do it. You're going to have to do some work. You're going to have to change, and you're going to have to change something in these 4 areas. You're going to have to get a little bit uncomfortable. You're going to have to get outside of your comfort zone. I know it's a beautiful place, but the only thing that grows there is regret. That's all that grows in your comfort zone is regret. So, and you get out and you start doing the work, you'll notice that your foot will start to get better. The inflammation will start to get better. But until you do the work, nah, it's probably going to persist. Probably going to persist. Do me a favor, folks. Bebop that screen, double tap that screen, share this live out with anybody that you know that is struggling with this condition. All right. I need to get to the root to the problem. You do need to get to the root of the problem, or else you're just going to be spinning your wheels. Discount code is shower. Yep. 3 meals a day. It's however many meals that you want, right? 2 to 3 meals. It's not even about how many meals a day. It's about what is your body. Here's where you got to change the way you think about that. It's not 3 meals a day is something that's made up. But yeah, there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. Yeah. But ultimately, it's made up. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. How your actual body works doesn't work by a breakfast, lunch, and dinner schedule. It works by, oh, do I need nutrients right now? This is what your body's like. Do I need nutrients? If you need nutrients, then you eat. That could be 2 times. That could be 3 times. Totally up to you. It's called intuitive eating. You eat intuitively. Just don't eat because it says breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Like me, I didn't eat breakfast this morning. I'm fasting right now. It's 9:45, almost 10 o'clock in the morning. I haven't even eaten. Why? It's because I'm metabolically flexible. My body can switch over to burning fat for energy instead of fuel. Instead of food. I found the information on the website. I don't need a call anymore. Thank you. Okay. Oh, Jackie, you found it. Yeah, I told you it's there. It's there. Yeah, I told you all your login and all that stuff. I told you it's all there. It's all there. You just gotta go open it up and read it. Or do a search for my name. You'll find it. But good, I'm glad you found it, Jackie. I have to follow up with my MD in December for another A1C. Okay. The question is, what are you gonna do about it? Are you just gonna follow up and you're gonna do some work? You're gonna do some work between now and then, or you're just gonna hope and pray. There's 2 options that you got. You can do some work, or you can just hope and pray. Just your choice, though. On my page, okay. What's a good number? I'm at a 6.1. 4.9 to 5.3 is a good number. Anywhere between 4.9 to 5.3 is a fantastic number. 6.1 is you're in the danger zone. You're in the highway to the danger zone. No, 6.1 is not good. You want to bring that thing back down. I tried eating intuitively, but my body is broken. You hang out with me for 2 weeks, we're going to fix it. We're going to fix your broken body. You hang out with me in that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, that is the start of fixing your broken body. As you said, as you put it. So if you're broken, you feel that you're broken, are you going to stay broken is the question. It's a choice. It's your choice. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. If you want to stay broken, fantastic. But if you want to unbreak your body, if you want to fix it and get yourself and feeling youthful again, then you should probably join the 14-day, not even probably, you should join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Use that discount code SHOWER, or else you're probably going to, because here's the thing, if nothing changes, then nothing is changing. Nothing is going to change. If nothing changes, nothing changes. If you don't change anything, you fast forward 5 years from now, your body will probably be even more broken. Like I said earlier, you're not stuck. You're not stuck. You're not trapped by diabetes. You're not trapped by having a broken body. You're not trapped by that at all. Now, what you're trapped by is you're just loyal to your preferences. Just like I was. You're not trapped. You're just loyal to your preferences. And the second you can realize that, the second that everybody can realize that, is the second you can move forward. But until you realize that, there is no moving forward. You will stay trapped. You will stay stuck. You will stay broken. But you got to realize it. You got to go look in the mirror and say, yeah, I'm the reason that this has happened. I'm the reason. Look at the lifestyle that I lived. That's why my body's broken. But I can fix it if I'm willing to do the work. What are the fruits that are safe? Lower glycemic index fruits. Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, kiwis. These are the lower glycemic peaches. These are the lower glycemic index fruits. Yeah, do the work. That's it. Beautiful human. Yeah, so lower glycemic index fruits, berries, all of that stuff. Blueberries, all of that. You would like to see berries, apples, yeah, pears, yeah, all of that. Where do I join? You join right here. You click right up here. I'm going to show you where it is. Beautiful human. Click right up here. And then click on my picture again. It's linked in my bio. Click there and then click on my picture again. You're gonna come to this. Right there. You click that link, you probably still hear me talking. This is where you join the challenge. It's a lot of freebies on my page, but there's where the challenge is right there, folks. Here it is. It's 14 days. There's a blueprint. It says if you follow this blueprint, just like me, over 200 people have signed up for the challenge. Now, I got to be honest with you. Not everybody has gotten through the challenge. Some people, it is called the challenge. I called it that for a reason. I didn't call it the 14-day blood sugar cakewalk. Okay? I didn't call it that. People aren't getting off their medications in 2 weeks by doing something easy. So I called it a challenge for a reason. So just be aware, folks. If you're going to join the challenge, it's not about being comfortable. It's not about that. You've been comfortable for way too long. That's why we have diabetes. I was comfortable for way too long. That's why I had insulin resistance. So the challenge is designed to get you outside of your comfort zone, because everything you want and don't have is outside of your comfort zone. This 14-day challenge will be outside of your comfort zone. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to keep it all the way 100. But when you do it, if other people have gotten through it, why the hell can't you get through it? What's different about them than it is you? Oh, yeah, nothing. They just want it bad. That's all. That's the only difference. Here it is right here. $99 to join that challenge. But if you use that discount code SHOWER, you're joining the challenge for $79. The live discount code. If you have graduated from the challenge, you did the 14 days, you went hard for 14 days, you got amazing results, and you're ready to what's next. What's next is going beyond the challenge. That's what's next. Going beyond the challenge. Right here. That's beyond the challenge. That's only if you got into the 14 days. You got through those 14 days, you went hard. Okay, 8 weeks, 8 more weeks. We're hanging out for 8 more weeks. 8 more weeks, I got you. I'm gonna teach you everything. I'm gonna teach you how to move your body. I'm gonna teach you definitely gonna teach you how to eat. I'm gonna teach you how to sleep better. And I'm gonna teach you how to manage that stress. 4 areas: peaceful mind, active body, clean eating, effective sleep. Those are the 4 areas, folks. So that's it, folks. You got a lot of freebies on my page, but the quiz, the masterclass, all that stuff. But if you're struggling with insulin resistance, if you're struggling with diabetes, if you're struggling with all of that, if you're struggling with high blood sugar, if you're struggling with I don't want to take these meds anymore, if you can't remember the last time you felt real energy running through your body, if that's you, then you should join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Give it 100% for 14 days. It's only 14 days. So let's just say at the end of the 14 days, you say, you know what, Kelley, the 14 days was cool, but I still want to go back to my old stuff. I got amazing results. My A1C went down. That was all cool and all, but I want to go back to normal. You can do that as well. It's your choice. It's choice. All the stuff that you missed for 14 days, all the Twinkies, all the Skittles, all of the alcohol, all that stuff is still going to be there. I guarantee at the end of 14 days. And on day 15, when you go to the store and get your favorite food that you've been missing, when you go there, it's still going to be there. But here's the thing. You hang out with me for 14 days, by the time day 7 comes, you're going to be like, what? I don't even crave any of that stuff that I used to eat anymore. I don't even crave it. So then you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a real problem. Should you go backwards? Should you go back to what you've been doing? Let your A1C go back up? Or should you keep going? That's why I created Beyond the Challenge. It's for people who want to keep going. If I lose 25 pounds and do your 14-day, if I want to lose 25 pounds and do your 14-day, then the 8-week realistic, what could I lose? You're probably not going to lose 25 pounds in 14 days. Now, people have lost 15 pounds in 14 days on the challenge. What's up, Netta? People have lost 15 pounds in 14 days. That's been the math. 2 people have lost 15 pounds in 14 days. 25 pounds in 14 days is difficult. You got to be on it, okay? You can do it, but you got to be a savage. The 8 weeks after that, yeah, we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it the rest of the time. We'll take it from there. At the 8 weeks, we'll take it from there. So yeah, so 2 weeks is the start to get some amazing results. But you're not gonna be right exactly where you need to be after 2 weeks. A short period of time. But you can make a major impact. You can see what can happen in as little as 2 weeks. Imagine what will happen in 8 weeks. So 25 pounds is nothing, right? I've had people lose 25 pounds in a month. 25 pounds, people lose 25 pounds in a month. But these are people who are serious. Not everybody is serious though. When it starts getting difficult, when it starts getting uncomfortable, people will stop. They're like, yo, nah, bro. Nah, I ain't built for that, man. I was wondering if blackberries were good. I'm glad I ate 3 yesterday. Yeah, blackberries are good. Worst part is the food noise. It is crazy. Yeah, the food noise will go for, if you hang out with me, get on my program, you get on the 14-day challenge, the food noise will go on for about 5 to 7 days. Usually after about that 7 days, the food noise starts to stop. And you start listening to your regular voice. You start listening to the voice of reason and not the food noise. After about 7 days. I said it's 14 days, but after about 7 days, you're gonna be like, I'm not even craving the Twinkies anymore. I'm not craving the Twinkies anymore. Somebody just signed up for the challenge. Shout out to them. Shout out to them for signing up for the challenge. Their life will never be the same. I promise you. I'm weighing and logging 1,400 calories a day, but still not losing. I'll take a look at the challenge. Yeah, Just Jen, if you 1,400 calories a day, you're starving yourself, right? Why would you do that? And then when there's another way, we're not counting calories. We're not doing none of that. We're just eating real food the way that it's supposed to be eaten, and the weight will go away. Like I've been doing this for a while. Like weight loss is. People say, hey, I need to lose this weight. How much weight do you need to lose? All right, cool. Let's do this, do that. And you got to do the work, though. Like the weight loss is easy. The part that I really love is when you go back to your doctor and your doctor takes you off all of those meds, and your doctor's mind is like, they can't fathom what just happened. And I love it. I crack up every time I hear those stories. It's because it's always lifestyle first, medication second. Medication is very, very important if you need it. But most people don't need it. They don't need it. What they need to do is the work. That's what they need. So what's up, Catherine? I joined. Yeah, shout out to you, Bluebell, for joining that 14-day challenge. Here we go. We're going to come back and we're going to talk. I'm going to take a little break, top of the hour. I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to go use the little boys' room. I'll be back. So I've been talking for like, how long have I been talking? 2 hours and 45 minutes, 2 hours and 40 minutes nonstop. All right, but this is just a warm up. You know what I mean? This is nothing for me. I can go for I can break the Guinness Book of World Record for the dude who just stands up here and freaking talks the most. Like I could be on there. What do they call it on the showroom floor? And when you're at in Congress, when they're what do they call it when they're stalling? They just keep on getting up there and stalling. I forget what's the word that they call it. But it's just like, dude, get to the point. You've been up here for like freaking 10 hours just talking. What's it called? But I'll be back, folks. Do me a favor, click the link in my bio, register for the quiz, register for the master class. All right, while I'm gone. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk more about clean eating. We're gonna finish breaking this plate down. I told you it's complicated stuff. It's easy, but it's complicated all at the same time. But I'll be back in a minute, folks. Yeah, filibuster, that's it. That's it. I can get up here and filibuster forever when it comes to all this stuff. I can get up here and filibuster. Trust me. You want to hang out? You don't believe me? We can be on this mug for like 3 days straight. I can just we'll just be up here. As long as you let me go to the bathroom and get a little something to eat, we can be up here for like 3 days straight. I'll be back, folks. All right, we're back, folks. We are back. And did I miss any questions? I didn't miss any questions. Shout out to you. If you got any questions over here on this side, don't be bashful. Put it in over here. Now let's get back to this little thing called clean eating. We're back to the plate. I didn't miss any questions, I don't think. Yeah. We're good. Last time we talked about was filibustering. Yeah, okay. All right, back to the plate. Back to the plate. Keep it going. Another category. Beans. Big category. Why are beans a big category? Well, they're a big category because they are resistant starch. You're like, well, what's a resistant starch, Kelley? A resistant starch is a starch that cannot be digested. You cannot digest it. What do you mean you can't digest it? That's not good. That's not good, is it? Miss Pugh, if you're interested in the challenge, click that link in my bio. Use that discount code SHOWER. Right? 15. Wow. Yeah, 15 is high. I need that 7. You want to get it below that 7. Right? We want to get it down to that 5. Hang out with me. I'm going to show you how to get it down to that 5. Use that discount code SHOWER. You're joining that 14-day challenge. But back to beans, a resistant starch. It says, when you eat the beans, like red beans, black beans, kidney beans, cannellini beans, garbanzo beans, all these different kind of beans. Why must I tell which ones? Whatever kind of the beans, we're talking about different kind of beans, dry beans, right? So black beans, navy beans, cannellini beans, pinto beans. Beans are fantastic. They are a resistant starch. They resist digestion. You cannot digest these things. You're like, well, Kelley, that can't be good. Why would I want to eat something if I cannot freaking digest it? Well, they're not for you. The fiber, when you eat fiber, folks, here's a fun fact. When you eat fiber, it's not for you. Fiber is not for you. You can't digest the fiber. The fiber goes, when you eat stuff, and it goes through your intestines, your small intestines, and then when it gets to your large intestines, like the beans, they go through your small intestines undigested. Then when it gets to your large intestines, the fiber from the beans gets eaten. What eats it? Oh yeah, the gut bacteria eats the fiber. The gut bacteria will eat the fiber. What does that mean? Well, when they eat the fiber, that means that gives you life. The more population, that's why people always say, hey, have good gut health. Make sure you have good gut health. How's your gut health? The reason they ask you this, if they have good gut health, probiotics, prebiotics, all that stuff, is because it basically tells your expression. Like what kind of expression this is how you express yourself through the world, to the world. Like, how do I express myself through the world? Through your health. Your health will be expressed whether you got good health or whether you got expressing good health or whether you're expressing bad health. I'm always sick. My body's broken. All of this stuff. The insulin is high. I got heart disease. I got arthritis. I got brain fog. Well, it could be because you have poor gut health and you're expressing health and you're expressing sickness instead of health. So that's why beans are so important. They help you express good health because they're loaded with fiber. Veggies are loaded with fiber. They help you to express good health. Again, you can't digest fiber. Human beings, our body cannot digest the fiber. But when it gets to your large intestines is where all the fun starts, and your body, the gut bacteria absolutely freaking love it. They have a field day. So if you're not used to eating beans and all that fiber, when you start eating fiber and beans and all that stuff, you're going to notice some discomfort. You're going to notice a lot of discomfort. What's the discomfort from? It's from all of that fiber. But here's the thing. You're going to have to get through that part. You're going to have to get through that. Once you get on the other side of that, then it's going to all go away. So, but you're designed to have fiber. You're designed to eat beans. The fact that you can't eat them is just a telltale sign that your gut is destroyed. So beans are great for that. And here it is, folks. It just circles all the way back around. Here's how the whole thing goes. It just circles all the way back around. All right. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Circles all this. It's a big circle. Here's another rule, though. When it comes to the beans, you can't eat these beans and rice together. That's not a good combination. Beans and rice together. That's not a good combination. All right, it's not a good combination. It's not. If you're suffering from insulin resistance, you eat beans and rice together, you're gonna notice your meter is gonna go, your glucose meter, your glucometer, your CGM, whatever you want to call it, it's gonna go, okay. Let's see that number start to rise very, very quickly. You'll be looking like, whoa, my numbers are rising. I thought Kelley said that beans were good. Yeah, they are. But now when you combine them with carbs, the other carbs, the rice and the pasta and the potato, they're not good then. You're hurting yourself because you combine forces with you had the wrong dancing partner. You combine Batman with the Joker. You combine day with night. You combined tyranny with liberty. Beans and rice, they are a popular dish. But if you are suffering from insulin resistance, it better not be a popular dish. It better not be. Somebody just joined the challenge. Shout out to them. Shout out to them for joining that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. You're taking the first step. Congratulations to you. But back to the beans. It better not be. You better not combine it. It's not. You don't want to do that if you're insulin resistant. I promise you. You're suffering from, even type 1 diabetics. Type 1 diabetics. If you're suffering from high blood sugar, do not do that. Okay. Like I said, you can have carbs, folks. You just got to know what you're doing with them. You got to know what you're doing. You can eat the carbs that you still love. You hang out with me, I'm going to teach you how to eat the carbs that you still love. Everybody loves to eat the carbs, right? Like you don't have to give up your carbs. You don't have to give up that. I'm just going to teach you how to eat it safely. If you're suffering from insulin resistance, Sandra, that's a key word. If you're suffering from insulin resistance. If you're not suffering from insulin resistance, if you're not suffering from high blood sugar, if you're perfectly normal and you want to eat beans and rice, go knock yourself the freak out. Knock yourself the hell out. But if you want to lower your A1C and get it back to the normal range, beans and rice is not your friend. You're going to wonder like, dang, I thought I was doing right, but beans and rice is tearing me up. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Right? So that's it, folks. Okay. Any questions on that? We're going to talk about no, I can't have now. If you're suffering from insulin resistance, you should not be having beans and rice together. Let's see. So why do we get gas? That's a very good question. We get gas because, like I said before, you do not have the right gut bacteria. You've been eating a bunch of junk this whole time. You've been eating a bunch of junk. So that's the population of gut bacteria that you have. Your gut bacteria is based on just imagine all the bad guys and all the slimy guys. If you ever watch Gremlins, right? You got the good Gremlins. You got the Gremlins, and then you got what's the one that get wet? Don't wet him. And he pops out all the bad guys. When you eat, you got a lot of bad guys in there, a lot of bad Gremlins. You bring one of the good guys in, the good guys are going to get beat up. So you start eating fiber, you start eating beans, and it's heavily populated by the bad guys. The good guys is going to get his ass whooped. So what does that mean for you? That means the discomfort, the gut discomfort. That means gas. That means all of that. Until what happens? You start filling up on these. You start putting in more good guys than there are the bad guys. Then what's going to happen? It's going to be a push-pull battle. Eventually, the good guys are going to take over. And then that gut and the gas and all that stuff is going to stop. It's going to be normal. You just eat beans and no bloating, none of that. You'll be good. But it's a process. The same fire that melts butter also hardens steel. And somebody just joined the challenge. Shout out to them. Shout out to them for doing that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Your life is never going to be the same again. I promise you. Promise you it ain't. You do the work, you show up, do the work, do it again tomorrow. Your life, I'm telling you, your blood sugar ain't going to look the same. What can we eat then? What you mean, what can you eat then? What do you mean all this stuff? What do you mean what can you eat? You might be just joining us. What to eat beans with? You can eat beans with the veggies, the non-starchy veggies. You can eat the beans with the proteins and the fats. You can eat the beans, yeah, like I said, with the veggies and with the proteins and fats. But you cannot eat it with this section over here. You cannot eat it with that section. You can eat it with everywhere else. You have beans and salad or broccoli or whatever with some chicken and avocados, whatever. Went to the doctor yesterday and got the lab results with an A1C 7.7, glucose 196, cholesterol 239, triglycerides 298. Those are some serious numbers. I'm not gonna lie, those are some serious numbers. Seriously, not good. They're not good numbers. Who said that? Mitch. Here's my advice. Things need to change, not now, but right now. You need to get to work, not now, not right now. You don't need to get to work right now. You need to get to work right now. I take it, I heard it bad for the kidneys. Okay, I missed that. That's somebody else. The only problem is food is too easy and readily available these days. You do have choices. That's called marketing. Marketing is one hell of a thing. It's not a problem. It's only a problem if you allow it to be a problem. If you know what you want, here's what. Thank you for saying that, Root. Here's how you get what you want. Whatever that you want. You want your number to 4.9 to 5.3? Here's what you want. Here's what you want to do. Here's the formula for success. When you focus on your intentions and you ignore your distractions. You focus on your intentions and you ignore your distractions, you will be successful. Now, on the other hand, the formula for failure is this. When you focus on your distractions and you ignore your intentions, that's the formula for failure, which most people do. Just like you were saying, it's all readily available. These are distractions. That's what you're focusing on. And you ignore your intention of getting to a 4.9 to a 5.3, and as a result, it ends in failure. Okay, like that, no gas, eventually, eventually. The same fire that melts butter also hardens steel. You have to, my point is, you have to go through the fire. The same fire that melts that butter is going to make a freaking ninja sword, a Ginsu knife, okay? A ninja sword, like, ching! Same fire does both. Avocados, yes, a healthy fat. Healthy fat, avocados. How long does that process take on average? Good bacteria taking over the gut bacteria. Ultimately, it takes about 4 months for it to totally turn over. 3 to 4 months. It's about how long it ultimately takes. But in the beginning, it's going to be tough. Some people, it happens right away. Some people, they can get rid of gas right away. Other people, they just got to go through it. They just got to be like, hey, you got to start populating the good bacteria again. Like when you're feeling that gut pain like that, this is the bacteria. They're fighting each other. Just imagine the bacteria down there fighting, like the good guys versus the bad guys. Like who's gonna win? In the beginning, the bad guys are beating the good guys down. Like when you're feeling that discomfort and all the gas and all the bloating, the bad guys are winning. But eventually, you keep bringing in the reinforcements. Eventually, the bad guys are going to get beat down. The bad guy always loses at the end of the movie, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. Thanos eventually lost. In the Avengers, there was like, I don't know, 3 movies. But the good guys were getting beat down by Thanos. But they eventually won. It took a long time. It took like 3 movies. But they eventually beat him. Like I said, ultimately it's going to take like 3 months to do this. You can make some progress in a couple of weeks. Breakfast. Let's see if this is a savory breakfast, Dino. 4 eggs, 2 cups of broccoli, and olive oil. That is fantastic. That is a savory breakfast. People ask him, what do you thank you for bringing the breakfast up? Because we ain't talked about breakfast yet. Folks, what is for breakfast? Here's what's for breakfast. Here's what's for breakfast, folks. Let's keep it super, super simple. For breakfast, your plate should look like this. I'm going to erase all of this stuff. I'm going to draw another one. I should have kept clean eating up there, though. Clean eating plate. This is breakfast. Breakfast, most important meal of the day. It's not even that it's the most important meal of the day. It is the most impactful meal of the day. It has the most impact on your blood sugar. Breakfast has the most impact on your blood sugar. What do you mean by that, Kelley? Well, if you start your day off, let me see if you start your day off with a sugary breakfast, you start your day off with a sugary breakfast. What kind of sugary breakfast? Oh yeah, like Honey Nut Cheerios, Smacks, what else? Pancakes, waffles, Lego My Ego, grits. I know I hurt a lot of people's heart on that grits, especially if you're from the South. You're like, Kelley, I'm from the South, bro. Like, come on, man, from South Carolina. What are you talking about? No grits in the morning. You want to go 50-50. You want to start your day off with a savory breakfast, not a sweet breakfast. You want to go 50%. Remember those non-starchy veggies? And 50% protein. And a little bit of 50% protein. And then you get an honorable mention down here. I'm going to put a little star. Fats. That's an honorable mention. So this is a clean eating breakfast plate, folks. It's simply 50-50. 50% protein, 50% non-starchy veggies. You can throw your little avocado on the side. You can throw your little avocado on the side. Throw your little what else? Maybe some nuts and seeds. Maybe you can drizzle some olive oil over the top. You can drizzle some olive oil over the top of your non-starchy veggies over here. Folks, this is called a savory breakfast. What does that mean? That could be something as simple as chicken and broccoli. Chicken and broccoli with an avocado. Chicken and broccoli and an avocado. That's a savory breakfast. What do we got on? What do we got on here? We got protein. Okay. We got veggies. Okay, we got healthy fat. You eat that in the morning, that's a savory breakfast. That's just an example. There's many more examples. You can do chicken, and you can do fish. You can do eggs. You can do steak. You can do tofu. You can do tempeh. You can do venison. Whatever it is that you prefer. Daily, yes, every day. A savory breakfast. We're not having a sweet breakfast. Sweet breakfasts are no-nos. Especially if you're suffering from insulin resistance. Because what that's going to do, if you start your day off with a sweet breakfast, here's what you're going to do. You're going to you start your day off, let's say, with grits, right? I talked about grits. You start your day off with some grits and egg, grits and sausage or whatever. A whole bunch of grits. You're like, yo, I'm going back for seconds. The grits. Blood sugar is going to go high. You eat some Honey Nut Cheerios, your blood sugar is going to shoot off like a rocket. First thing in the morning. Shoot off like a dang on rocket. But you start your day off, and then it's going to crash, right? It's going to go up, and then it's going to crash. But then, if you do a savory breakfast, like the one I'm just giving you the examples of, savory breakfast, a healthy protein, a fat, and a veggie. Protein, fat, veggie. I'm going to come up with a cool acronym to remember that eventually. Don't worry, I'm going to come up with something. You're going to start your day off like an airplane. You know when the airplane is leaving and it's taking off? You've ridden on an airplane before. You've ridden on an airplane, and what does it do? It takes off like this, right? And then it eventually gets higher and higher and higher until it eventually gets to cruising altitude. And when it gets to cruising altitude, what does it do? Freaking takes off, doesn't it? It goes like 500 or 600 miles an hour. Doesn't it? It's the same thing that's going to happen to you, folks. Same thing is going to happen to you if you eat a savory breakfast. You're going to wake up your days is going to be nice and gradual. It's going to be nice, steady energy throughout the day. And when it comes to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, instead of crashing, what you're going to do is you're going to have a whole bunch of energy. You're going to be out going for walks around the building at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, when normally you'd be out knocked the hell out like, what? And your cubicle like, what? Damn it, is it 5 o'clock like today's Friday? I guarantee you when 3 o'clock comes today, there are going to be a lot of people in their cubicle at 3 o'clock today, wishing and waiting for 5 o'clock. They're going to be like, damn, was it 5 o'clock yet? I'm getting tired, man. I want a snack. So instead of doing that, you know what you're going to do instead? You eat a savory breakfast, you're going to go for a walk. It's called lifestyle medicine, folks. It's lifestyle medicine. Lifestyle first, medication second. Yeah, you're going to be fighting to sleep at 3 o'clock. You're going to be in your cubicle like, yo. All because you had a sweet breakfast and it took off like a rocket and then it came crashing down. So start your day with a savory breakfast. And then when you're on that airplane, right, remember what happens in the evening. Ooh. You want to bring it down. You want to bring that plane in for a nice landing. A nice landing in the evening. That's why I teach you about sleep. You join me for 8 weeks, I'm going to teach you about sleep. Also, there's sleep in the masterclass, so you can go learn more about how to sleep properly. Sleep hygiene, it's called. You can learn that in the masterclass. But this is it, folks. This is called the clean eating plate. You eat this way, I'm telling you, your life will never be the same. Your energy levels will never be the same. This is how you start your day every day. Some people fast. Like, all right, what if I fast? Okay, if you fast, fantastic. The very first meal, you want to make it a savory one. Let's just say, I don't even eat breakfast, Kelley. I ain't a breakfast person, Kelley. I don't like breakfast. Okay. Did I say anything about breakfast food? Do you see anything about breakfast food up here? I didn't say nothing about no breakfast food. I said make the first meal of your day savory. Human beings make that up. That we're supposed to eat pancakes and all that, and waffles and all that. We made that up. That's not like reality. It's not reality to eat grits in the morning, waffles and pancakes and all of that, and what else, and cereal. We made that up. Your body says, give me the nutrients that I need. Give me the protein that I need. Give me the non-starchy veggies that I need. Give me the healthy fats that I need. Veggies will get phytonutrients. Give me the phytonutrients that I need. Give me the protein that I need. Give me the healthy fat that I need. Your body doesn't care that it's breakfast food. Let's just be clear on that. So somebody, I remember the funniest story ever. Someone joined the 14-day challenge and they decided that day that they didn't want to do the challenge anymore. It's like, I don't want to accept this challenge. And the reason that they gave, here's the reason that they gave, is because in the meal plan, there was no breakfast food. There was no breakfast food. They're like, there's no breakfast food here. I'm out of here. I want my money back. I don't want to join this challenge. So I gladly gave them their money back because it wasn't for them. They just believed that that she became a prisoner to her preferences. So stop being loyal to your preferences and start being loyal to your future self. Stop being loyal to your preferences. I'll say that again. And start being loyal to your future self. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. What's not funny? That someone decided that they didn't want to do it because they didn't want it. It was breakfast food. It's not about breakfast food. You may not think it's funny, but I thought it was hilarious. It's because I thought it was hilarious because they're being a prisoner to their preferences. It's not about comfort. It's about you need to bring your number back down to the ideal range. It means that you need to do what you have to do as quickly as you can so that you can do what you want to for as long as you can. And I'll say it again. Do what you have to as quickly as you can so that you can do what you want to for as long as you can. Do not be a victim. Do not be a prisoner to your preferences. Like I told you before, you are not stuck. You are not trapped. You are not trapped by insulin resistance. You are not trapped by diabetes. You are not trapped. You're just loyal to your preferences. And the second you can realize that, that is when true growth begins. That is when it begins. Because growth and comfort cannot coexist. So I thought it was very funny because they chose comfort over growth. So if this is making sense to y'all folks on what you got to eat for breakfast, put a health yes in the chat. Put a health yes in the chat if this is making sense to you. Health, yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Making sense. Health, yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's making sense. So if this is making sense to y'all, somebody put yes with a whole bunch of S's. This is making sense to y'all. If you want more of this, if you've gotten to the point where change isn't just desired, you're ready to put the excuses to the side. You're ready to put your preferences to the side. If you're ready to realize that you're not stuck, you're just loyal to your preferences. If that's you, if you say, I've been had insulin resistance for a very long time, my A1C is very, very high. I need help, Kelley. I need help. If that's you, then you should join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. If that's you, you should join this challenge. Are you SDA? What is SDA? I'm not sure what that is. On the clean eating, all the food the same time. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are you SDA? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. But appreciate it. Thank you very much. Here it is right here, folks. Here it is right here. Here's where all the goodies are. If you're on my other socials, you click that link in my bio or you click that link in my description, and then we'll take you to this page right here. Right? It will take you there. Right? But here's where all the goodies are. The orange one, right here. They got the quiz, the masterclass, that's all free stuff. The masterclass is where I'm going to break down that whole peaceful mind, active body, clean eating, effective sleep. It is a lifestyle medicine formula that you gotta master. Right? You gotta master it to get your number back to this ideal range. The PDF, that's free. And then right here, finally, the good stuff starts. The 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, which so many people have signed up for this morning. because they are seriously ready for change. If you are seriously ready for change, if you're ready to take control of your blood sugar, if you say that's you, if you raise your hand and say, Kelley, I'm suffering from this condition. I've been taking these medications for years. I want to get off these meds. I don't want my life back. I want to wake up every day feeling refreshed. If that's you, then you should join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, if that's you. All right, what are we doing? We're streamlining it. It's a blueprint. It says if you follow this blueprint, which over 200 people have joined this challenge, you follow the blueprint, you're going to get amazing results, just like they did. But you got to do the work. You got to show up, do the work, do it again tomorrow. It's a challenge. It's called a challenge for a reason. I didn't call it the 14-day cakewalk. We ain't doing no cakewalk over here. We putting in hard work. And I know people don't want to hear that. Kelley, I don't want to do no hard work, man. I would just rather take the Manjaro. I would just rather take a metformin instead. You can do that. But what I will tell you is, if you don't like the output, you're going to have to change the input. If you don't like the output that you're getting, if you don't like the results that you're getting, you're going to have to change the input. Meaning you're going to have to change what the hell you're doing. You're going to have to change what you're doing. If you don't like the output, change the input. When you join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge, you are officially changing the input. Right? It's $99 to join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. But if you use that discount code SHOWER, that is the discount code SHOWER, you are joining the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge for $79. $79 to join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Is your program just diet or exercise? The 2 weeks is just diet. The 2 weeks is just diet. Everything that you need is right there in diet. Recipes, all of that stuff. Recipes, menus, the blueprint, what to eat, when to eat, all that. It's all there. 2 weeks. Now, the 8 weeks, thank you for asking that. Thank you for asking that. For my folks who want to join, step number 1 is to join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. Step number 2 is once you get through the 2 weeks, and we're going to test you, we're going to see, and it is a test to see if you can get through these 2 weeks. You get through these 2 weeks, then you go beyond the challenge. You go beyond the challenge. Beyond the challenge is for people who are ready for complete transformation. The challenge was step 1. This is step forever. What are we doing? What are we covering? We're covering all the areas. Look, eating, sleeping, or the other areas. Peaceful mind, stress management, and then the last area, activity. So peaceful mind, active body, clean eating, and then effective sleep. There's 4 areas we cover in the 8 weeks. And at the end of those 8 weeks, you ain't gonna be looking the same. You ain't gonna be sleeping the same. You ain't gonna be feeling the same. You're gonna be a whole different person. That's 10 weeks altogether. 2 weeks in the challenge, 8 weeks after that. 10 weeks. That's 2.5 months. You're gonna be a totally different person. Just like I was. Just like I became a totally different person, you're gonna become a totally different person. Just like I did. Just like I became a totally different person. Now, I think this was a year. This took me a year to do this. But it's about showing up every day and doing the work. Showing up every day, doing the work. Do it again tomorrow. Show up, do the work, do it again tomorrow. Show up, do the work, do it again tomorrow. You do that, you will transform. Your body will transform. Your body will transform. Not only will your body transform, your mind is going to transform. Everything is literally, you're going to literally be a totally different person. For you to become a new person, for you to become that 2.0 version of yourself, you've got to destroy your old self. You've got to destroy your old self. That's where true transformation begins. The only way that you're going to transform is to destroy your old self. That's what we do in Beyond the Challenge. I'm going to teach you how to destroy your old self. And you become a 2.0 version of yourself. That's it, folks. Any questions? Let's see if I got any questions. If you want to join that challenge, step number 1, join the 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. It's a live discount code. We're getting ready to get out of here, but it's a live discount code. Shower. You join that challenge for $79 instead of $99. Let's see. Health, yes. You're wise. Thank you. Seventh day advantage SDA. No, I'm not 7-day advantage. No, that's not me. Is spirulina good for protein? It is. It is a good protein. It's a good source of plant protein, right? But to get like adequate amounts of protein, you gotta eat a lot of it. But yeah, it is a very good source. Spirulina is great. The blue stuff. All right. It's very, very great. Okay, exercise during the 14-day. Oh, it is very. All we're doing is changing what you're eating. It's great to exercise. Everybody exercises during the challenge. It's just whenever you come in. I don't teach you how to exercise and doing the challenge. All I'm teaching you is how to eat. We're focusing on eating. You come over to the 8 weeks, then we can start talking about exercising. I'm going to teach you how to exercise, but you can exercise on your own. If you're still exercising on your own, exercise. Even better. I would like to join the challenge. Who said that? Luis, if you would like to join the challenge, click the link click right up here. Click on my picture again. All right, click right up here. Click on my picture again. And if you want to join that challenge, you use that discount code. We're getting ready to get up out of here. You want to use that discount code, SHOWER. That's where it is. Use that discount code, SHOWER. Oatmeal is bad. It's not that it's bad, and you don't want to eat it in the morning time. You don't want to eat it in the morning time, right? With the oatmeal. You don't want to do the oatmeal in the morning. How do I join? Here's how you join. Let me show you. Folks asking how to join. Here we go. You click right up here. And then you click on my picture again. And you're going to come to this link right here. You got to click on my picture again, though, right? So click right here, and then click on my picture again. You're going to come right here. Right there. There it is. Here's how you join the challenge, right there. Click the orange one. It's orange. It says 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. It's a challenge, right? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind if you decide to join the challenge. I want you to keep that in mind that this is a challenge. It is designed to take you outside of your comfort zone. Just be aware of that before you make if you want to join the challenge, just be aware of that. It is going to take you outside of your comfort zone for 2 weeks. All we're doing is eating, changing what you're eating, real food, but it's going to be uncomfortable. But at the end, it's going to be so worth it. That's why it's called a challenge. It's only for people who are ready to take control of their blood sugar. Right? You click right here. It says $99 to join that challenge. See, it says $99. But if you use that discount code SHOWER, just like you're taking a shower, splish, splash, I was taking a bath. You use that discount code. Thank you, Z. You join the challenge for $79. $79, you join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. $79, join that challenge. That's it. But if you got any questions, if you still can't find it, send me a DM. I'll point you in the right direction. I got you. On the clean eating plate, do I have to finish each one before going to the next one? Ideally, yeah. If you want to maximize the results, yeah. That's how you want to do it. That's why when you go to the restaurant, they bring out your appetizer first. You eat all that up, and then they'll come get it once you're done. And then they'll bring out your main course. And then when they bring that out, once you're done, they'll take it away. And then they will bring out your dessert, right? So yeah, eat each one first. Just think about it at how they do at the restaurant. It's appetizer, salad, main course, whatever you order, the fish, the chicken, the whatever, the tofu, the tempeh, whatever you order. That's number 2. And then 3 is the dessert. What's good vitamins? Methylated multivitamins are great. Methylated multivitamins are what you want. That's what you want, methylated multivitamins. Not the traditional regular vitamins. You want methylated multivitamins. Let me sit down. Let's see if we still got any more questions. All right, I'm going to sit down. Let me see. We're done with the board for now. All right, let's see. Yeah, methylated multivitamins. What to take for high cholesterol? Lifestyle medicine. It's called cleaning up your diet, clean eating, effective sleep, peaceful mind, active body. But it starts with the clean eating. If you were here earlier, we talked about clean eating, but it's the same thing. Cholesterol included. It's all a product of eating terrible stuff. Not managing your stress. Not getting a good sleep. Quite welcome. Can you spell that vitamin? Methylated. It's methylated is METHYLATED multivitamins. Methylated. See that? Let me see if you can see that. Methylated. Methylated. That's how you spell it. All right, that's it, folks. Let's see. I don't see any more questions, so we're getting ready to get up out of here, folks. Like I said, if you want to join that challenge, you know where it is. Yes. What does that mean? That means that they're already activated. It means the vitamins are already activated. You get the regular vitamins; they're not activated. You're just turning your urine expensive yellow. So pretty much all you're doing, because you're putting raw materials in there. You're putting raw material, and your body has no idea what to do. It's just like raw material. Like, what am I doing with this raw material? But when you methylate the multivitamins, they're activated, so your body knows what to do with these vitamins because they're activated. It's called methylation. It's a whole scientific thing, but that's basically what it is. That's the difference between methylated multivitamins and regular multivitamins that you get from the store that you're just wasting your money on. Ain't doing nothing. Maybe a little bit, but not as much as you think that they are. But methylated multivitamins flip the game. Okay, that's it, folks. There's no more questions. I don't see any more questions. But here's the thing, folks. If you are ready to join that challenge, if you've gotten to the point where change isn't just desired, it's downright necessary. If that's you, you raised your hand and said, Kelley, I need some change. This stuff ain't working. You're quite welcome. This stuff's not working. The medicine not working no more. None of them working. I don't know. If that's you, if you say, man, listen, man, I lay awake at night wondering if diabetes is going to steal my future. Because I got kids, bro. I got to walk my kids down the aisle. I got to see my kid graduate. If you want to see your kid graduate and you're struggling with insulin resistance, then you should join this 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. All right. If you want to live an old age, hang out with your spouse. You guys are like the cute old couple. You guys are in your 80s. You guys are the older, but age is just nothing but a number. We had someone who's 80 years old join the challenge. She's 80 years old and joined the challenge and got amazing results at 80 years old. So the question is, what is your excuse? Okay, because she's 80. How old are you? Age, it doesn't matter how old you are. Your body wants to heal. Your body wants to heal. So it doesn't matter how old you are. Shout out to you, Z. Shout out to you. Watch, as soon as I start using these things, they're going to give me some restrictions. Watch this. They're going to, we're getting ready to get out of here anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Watch this. Congratulations to you, Z. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. 8:15 Eastern time until noon. 8:15 Eastern until noon. We're here all morning. Saturday, Saturday, come check us out, man. We have some fun on Saturdays. But again, if you want to join that challenge, folks, use that discount code SHOWER. But there's a lot of freebies on my page as well. There's a quiz, the masterclass, there's all of that stuff. But if you're ready for serious change, then you should join that 14-day blood sugar reset challenge. If you have graduated from the challenge, the next step, the link is linked in my bio as well. The next step is go beyond the challenge. Beyond the challenge was just launched yesterday. If you're ready to go if you've got amazing results and you're ready, it's time to go beyond. It's time to hang out for another 8 more weeks. Those are it, folks. Those are it. That's it. Until tomorrow, folks, here's, like I told you before, it's all about choices. It's all about choices. It's all about choices, but we tend to fall to our excuses, though. Our excuses tend to get us. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about an excuse. An excuse is just a story we tell ourselves so that we can stay comfortable. That's what an excuse is. It's a story that we tell ourselves so that we can stay comfortable. That's what an excuse is. Think about it. All right? Think about it. It's about choices. So don't tell yourself that story. Don't tell yourself the story of excuses just so you can stay comfortable in your comfort zone. Because your comfort zone is a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. But the only thing that grows there is regret. Somebody said they want to see the before and after pictures again. The before and after pictures again. Your comfort zone. Thank you for asking that, because this is the comfort zone. This is what it's called, being in the comfort zone. You see that obese, diabetes, heart disease? That's called the comfort zone. I wasn't stuck, though. I wasn't stuck. I wasn't trapped by having diabetes. I wasn't. I wasn't trapped by having heart disease. I really wasn't. I wasn't trapped at all. I was just loyal to my preferences. That's all. Just loyal to my preferences. All right? Just loyal to my preferences. That's it. The second I severed the bond between my preferences and what it was that I actually wanted to do, I lost the weight. I reversed the diabetes. I reversed the heart disease. Now I'm like a kid again. And I'm a guy over 40. And you know what they say? You know what they say when you get to be over 40. What do they say? Oh, yeah. It's all downhill from there. It's all downhill from there. But those pictures I showed you, I was 42 years old. When I decided to make a change, I was 42 years old. I was at 41, I was obese. At 41, I had heart disease. At 41, I had diabetes, type 2 diabetes. But by 42, I didn't have it anymore. Why? Because I got outside of my comfort zone and I did the work. That's it, folks. That's it. So that's it, folks. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll be back. It's all about choices. Like I told you before, growth and comfort cannot coexist. So here's the thing I'm going to leave y'all with. Until tomorrow, same bat time, 8:15 Eastern time. You see, when we're born, we look like our parents. But when we die, we look like our choices.